Indeed. Looks like we're ready. Really? Cheetah's getting all blurred out there.
Come on, cheetah. Come on, cheetah.
All right. Yeah, I'm ready when you are, man.
I'm ready, man. Let's do this thing.
All right. Let me give you the three. It's
Mm-hmm.
all yours.
Yeah.
All right.
Mish 91, what's up?
Hopefully, I don't look too washed out here.
No, you good. You got that grind face.
You got that. I hadn't been sleeping much, facey
You got
face.
that good grind face, brother.
Be like, you need an afternoon nap. That's what you need. And be like, when do I get that?
The adrenaline is high, but we gonna get to it.
Oh, that one's not high this morning, but yeah. All
hmm
right. All right. Let's do this.
All right. And we are live. Welcome to The Last Word with Lord Cognito and Ebontis. The campfire is very hot. Shadowkeep has arrived. We're at launch week. We made it, E. We made it, baby. How you
And
feeling?
feeling good, having fun. Burning the candle at both ends as well, but having a
Word.
blast. Honestly, it just felt like everyone's like, "Can October 1st get here? Can October 1st get here?" And then it finally get here, and it's just like, ah! It was just like it was a lot. So it's been fun. How's your week been?
Mhm. It's been a lot, man. It's been a lot. I mean, I was doing good. I mean, you talked, and I thought I was prepared very well. I had a great first day. And as far as the grind, I was in my mode. Shout out to Lord Addict. You know, I had to take it over to Xbox with him. He had
Nope.
he begged me, so I said, "Don't leave me." All right, but all jokes aside, grinding out, cross platforming, and then missed one day of grinding, which was yesterday. I was very upset, as you know. You got the very distraught, frustrated text from me
You'll be
because life
fine.
took over.
You'll
Life took over,
survive. Life happens. It's
but I
okay.
bounced back.
That's
Bounced
good.
back today.
There you
Back
go.
in the grind. Totally irresponsible and playing Destiny the way I want to play
Perfect.
it. What about you, man? You've
Working as
got to
intended.
be fried right now. Like you are hardcore going at it, bro.
Yeah, one character I
Mm.
think. My Titan's 916, my Warlock's 919.
Wow. This
So,
man is this man is literally run
and
two laps, bro.
I'm not even remotely the highest. Like Dados and Glads and stuff. I saw Dados like 924, 926 or
Jesus.
something. Yeah,
Jesus.
they are up
Mm-hmm.
there. So, no,
Mm-hmm.
even my possible grind has been. I mean, I've been
Mm-hmm.
doing a decent amount of it solo or playing with a friend, or I went back through and helped a friend with some quests and
Mm-hmm.
helped somebody get the new fancy rocket launcher, which we'll talk about. Um,
Yes.
helped on that quest. So there's certain pieces. There are some crazy, like, there's a ridiculous glitch that I saw. I was watching
Really? What's
Fallout in
up?
the morning. Oh,
Yeah, what's up?
if you started on your Warlock, your Titan can have a huge benefit. So
That is my
I
situation.
know. I think yeah, I was the exact opposite. So
Oh, so you
unfortunately,
started.
I
Oh, you
started my
started
Titan.
Titan.
Yeah, I just
Of
started
course, yeah,
wrong,
you were Titan.
but yeah, I honestly didn't know. We're just gonna jump into this podcast, guys. Apparently, we're
Let's
just
do
gonna
it, man.
leap in.
hmm
I honestly wasn't sure when we started this thing. When I booted it up, for one,
hmm
how'd the boot up go for you? How'd the initial kickoff of things
Yeah.
go?
About that. Yeah, it was kind of rough out here in these streets, man. I mean, I took a nap and I set my alarm. Shout out to Lord Addict because I overslept, and Lord Addict was like, "It is time. Where are you?" And I got to give my fire team shout out to Sinister. And shout out to Lord Addict. Let me give you a reason why. These two are the most light level chasing. I'm not waiting for you kind of people. Right?
Oh, good.
These are the people who they will walk, they will blaze ahead in the strike. They'll leave you behind. They don't care what's going on. Hurry up and get you behind over there. These guys. These are the light chasers in my clan, right? So it's 1 o'clock. I thought I set my alarm, E. So you know how you just having too good a sleep. I'm like, oh, this is good. Then I was seeing my phone kept going off. And he's like, "Where are you?" And I'm like, he's like, "Dude, we're waiting in orbit." And I'm like, "Oh, all right, my bad." I'm getting the cold out my eye, waking up. And then I had to salute them, man. They literally waited 30 to 40 minutes in launch. They were able to get in. I was able to get in. So I would say about 35 minutes after launch.
It's like
It
12.
was,
Well, so yeah,
yeah, 12 your time, right? And then
yeah.
for me, 1 p.m. So I got in. If it was 1 p.m. Eastern when it started, I got in 1:30, 1:40 straight in. No wait, no queue. But what we noticed is the day went on,
Yeah.
I guess, 3 o'clock hits, the school kids, and you just started to see connecting to Destiny servers, connecting to Destiny.
Yep.
I was able to play, but connected to Destiny servers. And then I forgot what time it was. I'm going to guess maybe 5 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, mine be about 4, so that sounds about right.
Yeah, right then. Then it was like, shoom, like someone cut the power out.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was in orbit. And I'm just like, yeah, this is the new light crew. The new light.
Oh, yeah.
New lights here. So what about you? How was your experience? Tell me
about
launch
the same
day.
Actually, I got about the first because I was able to log in after about, there's like the half-hour kind of initial queue everybody had. And they had about 2.5 hours, same thing. So about 2.5 hours of playing. And then, about 4 o'clock my time. So it was like, 12:30 to 3:30, something like that, 3 hours, somewhere in there. And just like, it just straight up gone, shut it down. May as well go take a nap. I kept like checking Twitter. So I literally turned like notifications on my phone, went into the other room, tried to take a nap, close the eyes because I knew it'd be kind of a long first night. And got a couple hours, and then finally actually got a friend back on who hadn't been playing in a while, so they jumped back in. So it's been probably something similar for the first day at least. So I mean you have to imagine what they had to do, and my friends were asking me like, why does everything have to be on the same day? I was like, I think the BattleNet to Steam was like some contract or something that they didn't have a choice when that happened. They couldn't be like, hey, you can start playing on Steam 2 weeks early with like New Light and stuff, and like so you'd give the New Light players a chance to come in and not smash the servers on the first day. And then you had New Light, you had Shadowkeep, and you had Steam, all on the first day. They had 24-hour server maintenance. And like it came back up, and when I logged in after about half an hour, I was like, cool. So like the game technically functioned. I just think their servers just got smashed a little hard on that first day, mostly from way too many people.
I think they eventually came out and said it was some type of database error that, first of all, shout out to network infrastructure teams, because I'm going to be biased just from the simple fact that obviously I work in IT. That is my field. And people, I just like to see the internet troll, but it's funny because when people don't understand what's going on, and it's like, well, why don't they have more servers? Like they should have known, because you gotta understand, when you do testing, you can do real world testing, and there are variables that do not present itself unless sometimes it's live and it's completely unforeseen. And even your most stringent test won't catch it. You know what I'm saying? And it was just cool. I actually caught a cool thread of some devs and some just talking about it, just like educating people, where it's like, like basically someone used an analogy of like a train. You know what I'm saying? And it's like this is the equivalent of the tracks being severed. And it's like, well, you should just buy more trains and more and it's like,
people just think they know what the hell's going on. But it's absolute chaos. Well, and the other piece is too, it's like you are going to have a big influx on that day. Now, that's going to be your biggest point, but in turn, you still have to find a way to manage that. You're not going to need to always have you don't need to have a block of 100 worth of server space, bad analogy, but take 100 for that one peak high crazy time. And then as things settle on, people don't log in all at the same time, and then you need half of that later on. You don't need to double it for 1 point and then just overdo it for the rest of time. So,
absolutely.
It's I totally understood. I figured it was going to happen. It's just how some of those goes. Still shows the game isn't dead. So, it doesn't bother me in that sense either.
Listen, at the end of the day, we've been around the block. And one thing you realize with MMO launches, for the most part, I got to give Division credit, though. Division had a great one. They had a great start. But with this kind of a situation, again, I've never seen, name me one MMO that actually transferred from one platform to another, which from Blizzard to Steam. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You had cross save that was going on initially. You know what I'm saying? All those databases involved. So to me, the fact that they just had it as long as I would say, what would we say with downtime? Would you say about 2 to 3 hours? Would you say 4 hours? Would you say longer? What would you say?
I was you had the initial 30 minutes of just people kind of getting in. And then I think after that, it was mostly...
From the moment they say, hey, remember, because they made an announcement. They were like, look, we are shutting...
Probably a couple hours. I feel it was 2 to 3, something like that.
2 to 3. That's what I figured. Considering all the variables involved, I thought it was impressive. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
thought it was impressive, man. This was a lot. And thank God they did cross save beforehand, right?
Yeah.
You
I
know?
mean, seriously, that would have been utter chaos.
Ooh, bro, that's a lot, you know. So shout out to them. I still see little minor things, nothing too crazy. I know in Steam right now, I've been playing a little bit of PC recently. That I don't know about you've experienced this, but where your name is, like Lord Cognito, and then for me, it's like Iron Lord Pod, and I'm like, where's the cast?
Yeah,
Where's
people have been tweeting out where it's like even ours, where our joking clan name, it's like half of it sometimes. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and
like
then
the
the
initials are not the 4, it's just 2.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So I mean, again, minor stuff. I'm not going crazy for the most part, man. Things are working, and they listen. Kudos to Bungie, man. Those guys were working extra hard, man. That day, I could only imagine what that NetSec room was, what that network infrastructure room was, and those guys came through like a champ in
Oh, just the
2 3
absolute
hours.
chaos at one point in there.
Yeah,
It's just like the whole building's on fire, and they're just
yeah.
sitting around like,
Yeah. Oh yeah,
yeah,
and the
just
angry
like,
tweets are going on. I seen people talking about I
oh
want a refund. I'm like, come on, y'all.
man, the
Like,
internet is ridiculous. I absolutely
yeah.
hate some of that crap too. It just
Mhm.
goes. I mean, yeah, lack of maturity
I
and
did
stuff
have
out
one
there.
issue though.
Yeah.
I gotta bring it up though. Um, basically, so I do game sharing on Xbox. Shout out to Sinister, he's my game share partner. So what happened was he did the deluxe because I'm on Steam. I already just picked it up there on my own. But for Xbox, he's like, yo, I got you. Don't worry about it. So boom, if I'm coming to the lesser platform, god damn it, you better. jokes.
Yeah.
But anyway, jokes. Shout out to Sinister. But yeah. So basically, I got the deluxe. I'm booting up. I'm ready to go. Had everything. Had my DLC. But the season rankings, aka Battle Pass,
Yeah.
was locked for me. And I was
Oh.
like, all right, well, maybe it's a network issue. Let me chill out. Let's see what's going on. And come to find out, I believe that's account based, E. So what happened is, even though he brought that, the DLC and all that stuff, I get, but that season rank is individual. That's what that was. So I'm like, all right, you get the little $10, get out of my life. I'm not gonna go crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to Ultimate Bear. Yeah, saying I know a lot of people didn't realize that basically that is account based. So if you do game sharing, and if you're wondering why, if you're the person who bought it, you're fine. But if you're the person who's sharing from the person who bought it, you get the DLC expansion, the pre-order pack, you get the bonuses. But I'm sitting there running around. I'm like, what's this Ariana's vow everybody's talking about? I don't have it. I have the top path. I got all these padlocks on my.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I paid my $10. I got my Arianas now, so I'm happy now.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
Well, you've been. It sounds like how much have you've been mostly on Xbox? Then it sounds like, or
I've been, the first day was probably, right now, say overall, I'm probably been about 70-30 Xbox. With now PC, like last night, I put in serious work on Steam.
nice.
Yeah, so that's really my first time getting a chance to rock, on PC. And it was glorious, as it always is. It's glorious.
So you probably jumped in. I guess it's just funny. Like me and my buddy were playing, we're running around the moon, and he was like, "Man, this is the moon. Like going around. You got Anchor's Light, you got Archer's Line. Be like, hey, what happened here with like the crash tracks? Like it looked. Obviously, there was some. Obviously, it's not exactly the same. Like the ground is in a bit of upheaval, earthquake cracks and stuff like that with the green glow. But he and I were joking. Is like, this is how I remember it looking. It's always that nostalgia feel of like, if you go back and play like a Super Nintendo game or N64 and be like, oh, this doesn't quite, because in your mind, it's like at the time you probably played it, be like, oh, this looked amazing. Oh, it was really cool. And then you go back and you're like, oh, it's not. And we're talking, this was like, the moon was 2014. It was 5 years ago. So, I mean,
5 years ago.
And then especially because we were on console then on regular PS4 and now we're playing on, Steam on fancy PC. So it's just, even then, it's like in your mind, you're like, this is what I remember it looking like, but this is not what it looked like. So it's not. There's no way.
Yeah.
So 30 frames per second, field of view, like just more detailed tech, just everything. And then you finally get into it and you're like, yep, moon looks good. It felt good to be back. Like just to be driving around the moon. Oh, I know this area. Oh, I know this area.
Bro, was it what? Yo, you nailed it right now. You hit me.
Yeah.
Yes, it was feels. I mean, let me shout out to Paul Tassi because shout out to Lord Tassi. We've had him on the show before, and he's been at the campfire. Great guest. Oh, yeah. And he said it perfectly. he wrote an article. He's like, look, maybe to an outsider, they will say, oh, look, they're recycling content on some level, whatever, right? And he says, look, he gets that. That's fair to some extent. He said, but as a Destiny fan, he's like, I don't care. He's like, this is the most nostalgic, feels like you remember what you were doing. You go into Hellmouth there's just certain things that it's like, this what made you fall in love with the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was reciting Dinklage lines as I'm fronting the door, and here comes the hive. Wizard from the Moon. Like,
I've
what
been in
was
there way too many times. Oh my god,
bro, tremendous. And just like the little nuances, and just even to see the differences, it's almost felt like you've been away for a while, so you see almost a destructive thing. It's just a lot of change is going on. But I will say this: the first mission, especially, set it off for me. Like, once we'll get to there, I know
we'll try and save spoilers to the end, everybody. So if you are worried about those, we'll give a big disclaimer and leave that stuff towards the end. But yeah,
we get to it. But man, whew. Yeah, some feels, major feels, man, major feels, good stuff.
Yeah, it was just, it was cool to be going around. It's like, oh no, it's just like, even the titles was like World's Grave and Archer's Line and Hall of Wisdom and Circle of Bones. I'm just seeing all those titles. I'm like, yep, just hitting that checklist in my head of all those places. And then we got obviously new locations and things like that. Again, we'll probably cover campaign spoilers and stuff as we go towards the end, because that's where most of the spoilers are at least until whatever happens tomorrow, of course.
Sir.
But so far, so I'm kind of asking, like, and we'll just kind of bounce back and forth, trying to go one thing and we'll just go kind of specifics as we go through. Spoiler stuff, save it to the end.
Sure.
But for your launch, I kind of want to just bounce back. Give me something really good you like a big positive, and then something you'd like to see changed about just the launch overall, the state of the game, everything like that. So, and we'll just bounce them back and forth, just anything you've been noticing. So,
state of the game. Okay,
state of the game, or just anything you've seen, like what's a change that came in Shadowkeep, or what's something you'd like to see change that didn't quite happen. We'll just trade them for a little bit, because there's a lot of stuff with the launch, even just little bitty things. So you're up first.
Okay, let's get to it. Let's get to one of our biggest last word confrontations that we will revisit, which was the season ranking.
Oh yeah.
I was very curious to see how it implemented. You know how I felt very strongly about that.
Yep.
Especially the whole exotic thing and yada yada yada. And I gotta admit, man, it didn't feel intrusive. It literally felt beneficial. It felt like, hey, I need this. Like, hook me up with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, little materials here and there. And man. So I gotta say, in your defense, E, didn't feel any fiction. Stop with the smirk. Stop with the "I told you so" smirk. See, he does this, y'all. This is when he know he right. So here's the thing.
Fine poker.
I'm the first to admit, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I will say, in this case, I felt it was not intrusive. I felt it was actually additive. I looked forward to actually clicking that button.
Yeah, it was nice.
Unlock. Shout out to my Ariana's vow, which I was very happy about. Maybe
I haven't thought about that, but we'll get there.
Yeah, you will get to that. Yep, I know you can get to that. And that was that. I think that's my first one. Season rank. So far it has the COG approval. I didn't feel it was crazy.
I've enjoyed so far, like getting there. The leveling up feels good. Seeing the big number. The rewards so far have been nothing over the top either. We finally figure out what all those the little shields with each little symbol are. You're getting little bonuses. One's a little EXP bonus as you go through, and then you can earn it a little quicker. One of them's, by the way, speaking of Ariana's Vow, there's progress up to level 22. Don't even try and worry about that catalyst. Don't even worry about the catalyst on Ariana's Vow until you're season rank 22, especially with the premium, the season pass, because it will literally triple your progress on that quest because it'll double it at a point, and then it triples it at rank 22. And I crossed over that last night, and I was just like, yeah, that's better, because I did like one strike with it, and then I did another, and I was still at 1%. I was like, how long is this gonna take?
Wow.
And it was just because I was like messing around. It was a solar weapon. It's just what I had at the moment. And I was just kind of going, help. So yeah,
why is Vagabondo screaming like, ah?
No idea, honestly.
Clearly he's affected.
Yeah. So that's one of those that was but no, I mean on the season pass overall, like the little bonuses are cool. You'll get, little, it'll give you all those little, basically the shields that we didn't know are little bonuses in places. It ups your chance at drops rates for the armor, for the weapons from different activities. It's really pretty minor stuff. So people worried about like pay to win. Yeah, there's exotics towards the end if you get there, but generally I would say that most of that stuff is really, really minor. That by the time you do get to the end, yeah, you've probably earned it.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I mean, the top path so far, at least. I mean, I know it kind of quiets off around like mid 30s or so when when they get the gun again. But so far, the top path with like the upgrade modules and the bottom path with the gear and things like that. I haven't been picking up the gear because I got the first package. I got the first package, which came with your set. But as you go through the levels, you don't have to pick them up.
Right, small.
So you can actually, so like if you're missing a piece later on, you're going to end up basically having 2 copies of everything, and you can do it per character. So
smart man. No doubt. So we doing now we doing what not so like. That's what we up to now.
Well, yeah, mine's gonna be a not so like on the other side of that. So which is perfect.
Yeah, go ahead, let's go.
So season pass rank 1, bam, exotic hand cannon. That just felt too soon. That felt
he's
too
actually
soon.
on my side. Look, we swapped. I was like, yeah, it's good. Oh, okay, let's talk about it.
Yeah, just the hand. I mean, if you buy Shadowkeep, which comes with the season pass, you literally can look in there and go, and you get your set of armor, which is cool because honestly, the armor 2.0 set's like that's not game breaking. That's just one of many rolls you're gonna have. That's fine. But yeah, just give you the exotic. I know there are other exotics, but there's not that many. There are never enough for you to say, box 1, here you go. Like, if everybody got it at 35, maybe. But I just think that one came too early. And it's like, and I think we all probably figured that before. And like the exotic engram, it could be it could be a duplicate of anything, but just the brand new gun, the brand new hand cannon, right there in your face on rank 1 just seems it seems too quick, man. It's just like let me savor the moment a little. Maybe if it was like give me that at like rank 7 on the premium pack.
Yeah,
like,
not like this.
Not
yeah, but you know they tried to sell it. But let's be real, they sold it. They sold because I went in there, language. Went in there I'm like, you know what? I gotta get it. Like it was bothering me that my season rank wasn't working. And I'm seeing everybody else with this gun, and I'm like, oh, where did it drop? And they're like, no, it's the ranking.
Well,
so I gotta agree with you.
Xbox game sharing, which at some point you'll have to explain that to me later. But is that just like somebody else owns the game and you can play it because they own it?
Yeah, but pretty much it's digital sharing, right? So it's digital only. So basically, if we link our accounts, right, anything I buy automatically gets downloaded to your Xbox.
Oh.
So basically you just split the cost with your friends. So you're like, oh, okay, you know what? You get Borderlands, I'll get Destiny. You know what I'm saying? And this is totally legit. This is not illegal stuff. Even Xbox is aware of it. This was part of the initial vision of digital stuff. But again, they did a terrible job explaining it. And then what ended up happening is they left it in. They just left that portion. They took all the bad stuff out with the DRM, but they left the portion of the sharing in. So because they're encouraged digital purchases. So that's what it is. So if you buy something, and then it will automatically get downloaded to my Xbox as well. So it's really cool. As a gamer, you can be very financial, frugal. It's really cool. You know what I'm saying? DLCs, everything. Daniel, it's a great exploit. Oh, yeah, it's amazing. They're aware of it. I've spoken to executives, Phil Spencer, they're all aware of it. They are encouraging the digital revolution is what they is. And plus, let's be real, they ain't got to, do merchandise box costs and all that other stuff. So save money.
But
anyway.
Yeah, but in the grand scheme, then if you're doing that, it's like Destiny's still going to be like, you actually got to have the license. You can't go full free mode on us. Come on now.
But here's the thing: it's the first game.
Yeah,
we've played like thousands. We've been doing digital sharing for years, and this is the first game. I can't comment though because I don't know Fortnite. I don't know. Maybe Fortnite is the same rule. I don't play Fortnite like that.
And
so
Fortnite's free anyway. So that's free. You don't have to pay. So you just.
But there is a pass. There isn't there like don't they do
like the battle pass?
Yeah, they do the pass. So I'm curious. Shout out to the Fortnite guys. Anybody on PlayStation or Xbox, let me know.
I just have a feeling you wouldn't share that one because it is free anyway. So then you probably would have your own battle pass.
But usually, if that person buys it, like put it this way: when Sinister buys the Destiny season pass, like season Black Armory and all that, I get all that. Without purchasing anything. Like it's literally a free ride all the way through. So I'm just curious. But anyway, long story short, yeah, that I do feel you, Ely. It felt a little, yeah. I see where you're going.
Yeah, that was just like it was just too much of like here like exotics. I mean, we've got quests coming for multiple exotics we know down the road. You finish the campaign. There's one at the end. Save it until you're at least 900. Please save yourself the light level on that. But that's at least through the campaign. That's your, your new reward. You get a new piece of armor. Sadly, I'm wondering if that's just the only new armor, though.
Yeah.
So I was like, we'll kind of get into some of those things. But I was like, just the gun, like log in, click a box, here you go. I was like,
didn't feel good, huh?
No, that one I didn't agree. And I think I was even on getting that at rank 1. I think I even said that before it came. It was like the mid engram, fine, but the mid first one gun, yeah, guns are a little more special, especially because
I agree.
Guns are the game changer of how your gameplay feels. The armor's usually a bit more passive. So
and I do agree with you also in the sense that, let's be real, and this was another concern of mine, was from what we've seen as far as world drop exotics. It don't seem to be a lot.
No.
It don't seem to be a lot, bro.
No, that was quests.
There's one armor, from my understanding, per class, right?
Yeah, I mean, that was the stuff they kind of showed in images and previews and things, and you get that from the end of the campaign.
Which is kind of given to you. You know what I'm saying? Of thing.
You play for your character, you're going to have it.
Exactly. So so then again, so you add this joint. Now that's funny. Now we kind of going 180 on the battle pass, the season rank. My bad thing goes back to the season rank, but it's actually something I just found out. All right. How can I word it? Let's say it's an egregious thing. No, but I don't know if you know. I shout out to Cactus. He's had a great video out. And apparently when you get to rank 26, there is a fire team XP boost.
I just got it.
Right. Oh, guess who I'm playing with from now on? Guess who's gonna be in orbit with you? So apparently, yeah, you get the whatever little bounties you do, and if I grab up all the Shadowkeep ones, and we stand, as long as I'm in a fire team with you, you could be in a lost sector, I could be in a lost sector, we could be on the moon, and we're getting, I don't know if it's a double or triple the XP in minutes. And apparently someone's already maxed out their artifact already. Oh my God. So yeah, about this unlimited.
It's double? I thought it was just 2% more or something small like that. Is it a lot bigger or broken or something?
I don't know if it's broken to, I don't know the percentages yet, but shout out to Cactus. He's got a video right now. He put it up last night and I was floored. He was literally within 8 minutes, they were going up a level in 8 minutes of XP.
What were they doing?
So basically, you got whoever's the guy that has the level 26 fire team boost. Then they're going to the moon. They're grabbing up all of Eris's bounties, right?
Yeah.
You're going out on both of you, just long as you don't, and because a lot of that stuff is shoot this, kill that. Go to a lost sector, filling up. You do 1 or 2, you're filling up a level. Then you come back, rinse, repeat. Literally, and I'm just like, I don't know, Dan. I don't know if it stacks with another fire team member, but I know everyone reaps the benefit of this bonus. So it's
double
a good
EXP
way
would be big. I thought it was a small percent.
It may be, but from what they're saying, if you're doing it in conjunction with her bounties, you're moving very fast once that person gets that. So yeah. So shout out to Blackwing. It says 2%, but it looks like the bounty XP was doubled on turn. Yeah, something's going on. I don't know if that was intended, but yeah, that's the new hustle, y'all.
Get to 26. Yeah, somebody up above was saying gigs is already 950. I'm like, holy hell.
Yeah, so think about that plus light level from the artifact, and you're maxing that bad boy out. Ooh-wee.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, there are things in there. I mean, in the grand scheme of all of this stuff, yeah, they're going to be able to jump into master stuff before it's probably available. And if they kind of cheese the level and get it up high enough, we'll just have to see it. It's a learning step, but
yeah, it's a learning thing. I will say this. I always was surprised that I will admit, I was surprised that they made an unlimited cap with that.
Well, if you noticed it, the the amount of experience it takes to add that bonus power on the artifact gets bigger as you go like every other level almost.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was like 500k, next one was 610, next one was going to be 720 when I saw Datto like at one point. So when like, yeah, I might get up to like +8, but then if you're thinking how much experience you need for like +20, it's going to be like 2 million. It's going to be like, they're going to be big leaps as you get farther along. That's why they said there's going to be a point where it's like based on how much time is like literally in a day. They probably figured that out to see what it's going to take to get up there. But you'll probably be able to be like 950 and get like maybe 30 power bonus for those master things. But getting to like 1100, that's going to be a lot. That is going to be a ton.
It's going to be a lot.
Now, if this glitch is busted, then we'll see. But intentionally, yeah, it's meant to be pretty slow. Like, you might be able to get up to, you know.
It may be something they just need to adjust the release of that specific bonus.
Yeah,
maybe later in the past or something like that.
Or just the fact that
like
it's
a small tweak, or if it's a glitch that with what the percentage of experience is given, then they just need to tweak that.
Yeah, if you're getting 200% instead of 2%, that's a typo somewhere on some data number, and somebody's going woohoo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So for me, a positive. We'll just kind of keep bouncing back and forth. Repeatable bounties, something I never knew I wanted, but they are amazing.
Yes, they are.
So every activity except Banshee, and actually shout out to Shackle Shotgun and Destiny Roundup, they are aware that people want that stuff for Banshee as well, for repeatable bounties. But yeah, say you want to go play Crucible for a while, like hours and hours, and you're like, well, I don't know if I have that many bounties because I've only got 5. Go do your 5, go pick up a couple extra. Oh, you're done with bounties? Head back in, go get a new stack. Just do it over and over and over. So if you really just love Strikes or Crucible or Gambit or the Moon or the Nightmares, all of those have repeatable bounties. Like, the other planets probably need to get them. Banshee could use to get them. But those are something I didn't even think about. But those are an awesome addition because you're rewarded. They needed a way to reward you for time because that's how why the season pass works. That's the way the bonus powers work. And if I'm going to spend time like working on strikes and going for random stuff, I need that extra boost is that nice incentive to spend more time in there. So that was mine.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, I mean, for me, I think, obviously, initially we talked on Twitter. I didn't get a chance to touch 2.0 initially. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm in the minutia. I'm post 900. I'm messing around. You know what I'm saying? And I am liking the potential of it. I'm a little frustrated. I don't got the mods I need. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the scavenger perks that I'm missing, and you know what I'm saying. Shout out to a couple of the Paragon and Intellect perks and stuff like that. But what's up, Brap? What's going on, brother? Brap's in the chat. Basement Radio Arcade. Salute. You know what I'm saying? But I will say, like the configuration aspect, the potential is there, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you get that gear. You get that gear set, and then what I'm noticing is you may have a void, you may have a what you call it,
Arc
Solar, different ones, right? And you have to look at when you get a mod, you have to look at which one it applies to, because that's a big thing. So now what happens is I'm having this minutia of sometimes you can get the same armor piece, but I'm like, okay, this one dropped with 5 energy, so I got more slots initially off the top versus another one. And then, okay, but this one has these mods that I have right now that are really beneficial to said playstyle, right? And it's like, now it does feel like every little piece of armor has value and benefit. And then as I'm getting more cool mods, like I got the one where you drop in special ammo for you and your fire team off the finisher kills. And I'm gonna steal one last one. I know I'm going twice.
You're good.
Finishers. I didn't know I need. Yo, I'm out here doing Bruce Lee kicks, going whoa! Like I'm having wild fun.
It's like kicking. You do a finishing move within your head. You're not going bam, pow, whap, just like old Batman comic sounds the whole time.
Bro, I didn't realize I'd be having so much fun. So now that's what led to my armor thing because I'm speccing stuff for some of my finishers, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, finishers, they've got one with that. Like I'm waiting for like a Bruce Lee 1-inch punch, you know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for like the Daniel sign, you know what I'm saying, with the kick. I'm waiting for they can monetize this crazy.
Yeah.
So shout out to finishers. Me not knowing I needed that in my life right there.
Yeah, those are a lot. No, I was like, I'd jump on that one. Yeah, finishers are awesome. They're a nice way so you get like an enemy low and you instead of reloading, just go finish them. You can do it that way too. And the range, like Tassie is out there on Twitter just exploding about the range of these things because it's not a normal melee. You cover some ground to finish that thing. It's not like I'm gonna run across the room, but you're definitely gonna cover a few large steps to go get that finisher off. And you can finish through shields. You can finish through physical like hive shields. You can finish through a couple different things and still just take them out. It's man, I got at the season you get like the split kick, and that one's pretty cool. I'm still waiting. I'm like I just keep looking at the heel kick, the spinning heel kick for and that one. So, but I switched over to the Warlock. The Warlock still doesn't have my, or maybe do I just have to pick it up with the Warlock on the season pass? The split. He's got the kick too. Okay. Yeah. I just didn't catch it. So I just got to pull it from the season pass. So the season pass is actually it's separate per character. Like you're not gonna get probably like the upgrade modules and stuff every time, but whether it's the pieces of armor or apparently like the spin kit, like the finishing moves and things like that, those are you got to pull them every time, and I wasn't catching that quite at first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. I just can't wait. This thing
or collections. There you go. It's in collections.
Yeah, there you go. Collect. Okay, cool. Shout out to WD Prescott. Yeah, man. Like this is really cool, and I think it's just the potential is so much fun. Like I was just thinking of more things they could. But yeah, I didn't know I would need this thing.
Everybody keeps joking about doing finishers to Curse Thrall. Does that not? I've honestly not done that because I thought that was a joke. Does that actually punch them away, or do they explode in your face?
I died.
Okay, yeah. Too. Yeah, that's why I kept seeing that, and I was going, "What are we?" I was like, "That seems like telling the person to go walk up to the edge and like scare him or something like that. That seems like a troll for like a new guardian or something, as opposed to actually get it and not kill yourself." So
you know what I do want? What I do want is you know how you can only do yellow bars in the rank and file, right? What I want is the ability to think that you're gonna do it against a boss, and then the boss like does something to you. It throws you down like, no, you can't do that. And
you're like catch, no,
exactly. You're like, that would be fire. Like
that would be a funny troll, but that would be a lot of work for an animation.
It would be a lot.
It would be hilarious though.
It would be hilarious just to be like, no, guard, you're not gonna do this here. You know what I'm saying?
Curtis like and just like keeps pressing his sword down on your head or something.
Thanks. Oh man, too much fun. What else you got?
So for me, it's probably gonna be, let's see, just the feel of some of those new weapons. Just kind of the way just the sounds, even if they're not like I'm loving the way some hit and some don't, and everything's a little different. But the sounds of the new weapons, they're distinct.
Oh,
yeah.
Did you get that sniper?
Tranquility. Yep.
Ooh, ain't nothing tranquil about that gun, boy. Ooh, that sound.
Yeah, so sound, of course, on the guns. I'll let you jump into a sound thing. That can probably be easily your next thing. Big sounds, big overarching.
Yeah, the sound. So no, you know what?
No, it's
mine is actually
what?
I'll finish. I
was going to say, my double take is going to be the sound of the guns. The new ones are cool so far. It's like our first set of guns. And then, of course, the music. When you log in.
You stole one.
See, that's what I was trying to set you up. So, yeah.
Bro, you see my petition on Twitter, right?
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to homegirl. She's down with the, from Bungie. She's down with the responsible for a lot of the soundtrack of Shadowkeep. And, man, they did a tremendous job. And what I like that they do is, right during that waiting period before launch, they release the soundtrack. So what I like to do is it kind of mentally gets me into where they are thematically with the expansion.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, this is dog stuff, right? Like this
music sets the tone.
Yeah, this is spooky time now. Like we really out here, you know what I'm saying? And there were a couple of tracks. I'm like, whatever this board or mission is, I need to know. And it ended up becoming I can't pronounce Halash Ladoon. You know the one I'm talking. There you go. So, and I was just like blown away. Then there's one joint that got the Gregorian chants going. I'm just like, what is happening? This is fire. Like this is Shadowkeep obviously we haven't heard all. We got to see how everything else plays out. We have a raid, we have other stuff we got to see. But for a theme, I'm not gonna say it's the best music out of all the experiences. Destiny's got some great music.
No.
But I will say it's the best at sticking to a theme throughout and keeping you in
Dark
that
and ominous.
Yeah, like facts. So I will say they did a tremendous job. So that's definitely on my plus side there.
Black Wings described it pretty well. Soundtrack reminds me of the mix of a horror movie and Lord of the Rings. Epically scary.
Scary, yes.
That's a pretty good description because it does feel like it has the grand scale of like big events, but it's also got that undertone of like, yeah, Moon's haunted.
Shout out to Neo Mental. He's digging the exotic hand cannon. I believe Ariana, the Vow.
Yeah, Ariana's Vow. That thing. So how do you like it so far? I know I was like, I got it early, but what do you think of it so far?
At first, I wanted to throw it straight in the bushes. I did not like it at first. I mean, I was like, and then I said, because you know what it is? It had that stupid kick, and I was just like,
it's a monster kick on that thing. I will agree.
Reload. I'm like, what is? I was literally about to turn it. And you know what made me stick with it? One of those little, those things the what you call it? The something of greed, the something of this, the something of that.
Essence.
Essence. There you go. So one of them forced me to use hand cannons.
Yep.
So I'm like, all right, might as well use, this big, bulldozer. Let's go. So I grabbed it and I started working on it. I started acting like it was a sniper. But see, it doesn't do a great job of explaining functionality when you
besides the giant scope on the top.
Oh my god. Listen, man, I like to read flavor text. And the flavor text ain't tell me really what this thing was doing. I mean, it said a little bit, but I didn't feel the functionality was explained well. But anyway, here's the end of it. Grabbed the bad boy up. I seen some ogres from down the block, lined them up, and I was like, yo, this thing is taking chunks. Oh, I'm like, oh, okay, this is not your typical bang, bang, bang. This is bang, bang. And I'm like, oh, I like you now. That's what happened with me and Ariana's Vow. So it became, a hate-love relationship. That's how it became.
Hate and then love. And then now it's your little trusty sidekick down there.
Yeah, that thing hits hard, man. Definitely, yes.
And it comes with barrier rounds.
Yes. Very important.
Oh, yeah. Have you tried? I don't know if you have, if you're high enough yet. Have you tried a 920? 920
I've tried a 920, but I've heard the story. Shout out to Sinister.
Yep.
I've been told what to expect, and I better equip those barrier mods and some of that stuff that I got chilling.
Please don't go into a 920 without it. I don't know if you actually, I don't know if you can't. I think if you start up as a team, like, I don't know, because you get match made at 920. 950 you won't, but 920 you're match made. And my buddy and I each made sure we had one of them covered, but one of mine was on like a submachine gun, and I'm trying to deal with like an overload Minotaur. That's rough.
Kind of rough, huh?
What's up, Napfine? How you doing? What's up, guys? So the barrier is probably the hardest one. The overload, that's actually not so bad. It's hard to kind of deal with them at range, but if they get in range, they're overload, and basically you shoot them and you stagger them, and they kind of stay like staggered and twitchy for a little while. And then if you just keep dumping damage into them, and you kind of wait for them to get back up, and like a submachine gun hits them enough pretty quickly where you stagger them back down. So those were a little more manageable with like you doing that and then one other person. But dude, the barrier, one of my buddies had like barrier on maybe an auto rifle or something like that. He put it on there and he'd shoot it. He might have been a little low when we were going in, but he was still breaking down the shield and doing it. And then that barrier shield would come back up. You can't take that barrier shield down without it. You literally can't.
Wow.
It is required. Wow. So Ariana's is a barrier, has the barrier rounds in it, so you can actually break that thing. So it's one of those that comes with it. But yeah, the unstoppable overload and then the barrier seems like it almost is probably going to be the hardest.
Yeah, and now that you're telling me, I mean, it really gives that much more value to Ariana's Vow. It really, that kind of stuff is important, man. I mean, yeah, it's great stuff. Well, we at the negative, because I got a positive and I got a negative. I'm ready to rock.
Take one.
After
go.
You though.
You got
let's do another positive though.
Yep.
Yo, Solo Crucible Glory.
I haven't touched that yet. I'm waiting. But How is it?
It's great.
Just the fact that it exists actually
It's
is a good thing
great,
for me.
man. It felt fair. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just like, okay. I knew something was up when I'm carrying the team because I'm not that good. Like I'm okay. Your boy's okay. He's above average. I have my moments where I'll dominate, and I have my moments like, hey guys, throw me the backpack. I'm not trying not to get shot and mess up the KD.
Yeah,
like
that's one of those
where
that's
I'm
definitely a little rough
So,
sometimes.
yeah, I kind of go with the flow. But what's cool is again, it was no break. What was it? Lockdown. The one where you have to to plant the bomb and all that. None of that.
Oh,
It was
Showdown
yeah,
it's all
it was
survival. Yeah, no, the comp is now all survival.
survival 3. The matches go fast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm playing with a. I gotta give your boy got to give himself a pat on the back.
Oh yeah.
Carrie had like a 24 piece. After the match, guys were like, "Can I ask you?" I'm like, I'm not that good. Skill much right. It must be don't got me right. Just
You're like, I don't have a backpack. I got like cargo pockets over here. I don't have a full backpack. Like, not yet.
Yeah, man, it felt good. I mean, just to have everyone playing together. Oh, Ultimate Bear, no rest in peace trials. We're not gonna have that language here because I played Showdown. I've been playing a lot of Crucible. I played Showdown, and I'm telling y'all right now, they cooking. They just trying to do different variables because literally
elimination. You mean?
That's elimination.
Crucible
right.
Labs, yeah.
But Crucible Labs, but they also have you tried the Showdown mode, which is separate.
That's been around.
I never played this. When was this? I've never played Showdown.
Yeah,
that was in the labs.
It was in labs. It was in they've had it through. Yeah.
Okay, so they made it to the prime time. I must have when it was labs.
I mean, it was in the rotators. I don't think anybody really loved it, but
I never seen it.
Yeah, I remember it coming through. Yeah.
Really? Okay. So anyway, for whatever reason I missed it. It was okay. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, back to Ultimate Biz is our comment is that's where the labs are going to be. They're playing around with elimination. It's only a matter of time. They're just tweaking. That's all they're doing. They're tweaking until the community comes up with a consensus and what they think is fair, and it's happening. There's no doubt. But as of right now, comp, I came in there, my trusty Juju, feeling good, doing my thing, felt good. Solo queue felt good. Shout out to Bungie. Ban hammers was in effect early.
Yeah, that didn't take long, couple days.
Early. So that's what I got on that, man. So shout out to them. So you're up.
Nice. Well, you had a negative too, so I'm curious yours. Take that one.
Oh, now I'm trying to run out my mouth. I've got the negative now.
That's fine.
You up. It'll come back to me.
No, you're good. I played a little bit of Crucible. It feels sweatier than I expected. I'll be honest. Yes. Basically, all Crucible feels sweatier, and I'm going, where are all my blueberries? Where are all the new people I want to shoot? Where are they?
Where the new light at?
Yeah, seriously, because I jumped in and was like, I mean, I had some trash games. I had a couple that went okay, but I was like, man, where did all this come from? And a lot of people coming back. I don't know, but no, I'm in Crucible. I played Twilight Gap was like literally the first map I played. Played Widow's Court.
I haven't gotten it yet.
I played both. Widow's Court and that. I haven't seen the new map Fragment. I haven't seen that one yet.
Played it. I played that.
How is that one feel?
I played Fragment. It's kind of. It reminds me. There was a Destiny 1 map. It reminds me of.
I thought it had that like opening center where you could like come up from. Because I remember one like that. When I saw the picture, I was like, "Is it that?"
Yeah, it's like a variation of that.
Okay.
It's almost like a variation of it. That map we're talking.
Yeah.
Can't remember the name of it, and I believe. What planet are we gonna say that is? That's Well,
they said like probably Black Garden-ish is what.
Black Garden-ish, yeah. But yeah, man, it was pretty good. But yeah, so you got a chance to maps, damn. I mean the classics, the Twilight.
Yeah, Twilight Gap and Widow's Court. Yeah. I mean, I probably had like one or two good snipes. The one I usually always could get a decent snipe on is from the cathedral, looking where kind of that little curved corner is, and you're just sitting down there, and just somebody peeks their head, and it's like, ding.
Yes.
Yeah, those are always pretty good. But no, trust me, I got smoked many times in that, because I was like, I had a bounty where I needed auto rifle kills. I'm like, these are the wrong maps, so I'm trying to use auto rifles. Dude, pulse rifles are still killing it. Pulse rifles are absolutely still lethal. So, like, my go figure that's still there, still probably going to be fine.
Bro,
Yeah.
Juju, I was out here beasting. I was like, I told you 24 off the rip. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I don't feel the new meta just yet, which was now I
No.
remember my negative. But go ahead.
But yeah, I was like, I mean, it just felt it felt good to be back in those maps. Those were about the few that I played on, I think. So a little bit of everything, but overall felt good being back. It was cool. Like just a couple of the nostalgia pieces that I've had so far. And that was another one. Just seeing those two maps, I was like, yep, these are classics.
Whew, I'm jealous
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to do it yet, man.
So what's your neg? What's your negative?
All right, y'all. Again, it's early. This is not enough thorough testing. So disclaimer. But scouts, I need y'all to come to the front of the congregation. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it yet. Now, again, not a lot of scouts have tested. So let's be fair to Bungie. You know what I'm saying? But the one that I had my heart set on is complete trash to me, which was Oxygen. I brought Oxygen
I
out
hadn't brought it
thinking,
out yet. Yeah.
bro, I have my Dragonfly spec on it. I'm ready to go.
Did you infuse it or was that in PvP?
No, I put it in PvE. I was trying to a couple of nights now in
What
the,
level was it? That's what I'm saying. Did you infuse it?
yeah, I infused it. It's up. It's the 900 plus. So I can put it up there. It's rocking, and it's just it's. I'm like pat, and I'm like, it just didn't feel good, man. It didn't feel strong. Now, granted, it may be the barriers and stuff. I pulled it out on a nightmare mission or whatever, nightmare hunt or whatever.
Yeah.
And I guess the nightmare guys had the shields or whatever. Okay, cool. But shout out to Dano. He said the blue scout for you was the bomb. Try the Gambit. Okay, I'll try different ones. But right now, Oxygen is in the bushes. I really had my heart set on Oxygen. I thought I had some special meta cooking by myself with Oxygen. I was like, oh, it's going to... No, it's not the one.
No.
So, no Oxygen right now. So until I'll try it in PvP. This has been PvE exclusive testing.
Yeah.
And so you go ahead because I got more meta stuff.
I mean, for me, honestly like for me, I'll probably go negative. Just as for kind of the rewards of the old stuff, and this may be a larger encompassing thing that hits a couple things. Like vendor refresh when you're it's sad that stuff still hasn't been touched. Bro, and it hurts. Like
Amanda, what's good with Amanda?
Holiday? She's got my chaperone waiting on me, but that's about it.
She is completely useless.
Yeah, she's not got a lot going on over there in the ship central. Basic ships. But I mean, you've also got like Devrim K, because like you had everybody farm their materials. You can go to him. Right now, Devrim K, and I don't know if it's because he's the flashpoint. We'll just have to see. He's the vendor that works. But Devrim will actually drop packages at your level. So if you're missing something that's lower, he'll give you some of those little filler spots for all those farm materials.
He the mod hookup, low key.
Sometimes, if you get lucky.
Maybe I just had a lucky run. He was just showering me with mod. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, well, that's probably a little luck. But yeah, it's just like you have so many planets now. We have vendors on all of them that mostly have static rolls. The old armor, while it is armor 2.0, that's nice, but all the weapons are static and they're old. Like they haven't been updated with new perks. They don't have
nothing.
They don't have the option for random rolls, either perks or random rolls, or like either or both. Just like I don't know if there's one dude in the corner. Gonna get there. Said haven't got there. That's actually a good one. Got to get a positive before yours, so hold that. Put a pin in that. But yeah, it's just like I was going through and be like, I was turning some packages at Devrim and being like, oh, what can I get? And I'm like, oh, got another Scathelocke. Same thing it's been for over 2 years now.
2 years. Yeah, you're right.
So, I mean, Shaxx, Zavala, not a whole lot changing there. I don't know, just some of those like the repeatable bounty is absolutely amazing. Like that is a really, really huge addition. Because if you just want to go grind out strikes, like go do 4 or 5, go back out, grab your bounties, head back in, and it's your way to continually get gear. But it's like what you get from them, unfortunately, is not the best. So yeah, the vendors need some love. I've seen that out on Twitter quite a bit.
Yeah. Salute Ultimate Bear. I see you heading off, bro. Yeah, the refresh. Yeah, I was definitely surprised. I would say that. I didn't think we would be in that kind of a state again still, which is surprising. Yeah, messing with meta. I was kind of like I said, messing with different archetypes and stuff like that. Um, I actually got a hand on some SMGs, and you're gonna surprisingly,
I've been using SMGs like mad.
yo, yo,
Oh yeah,
that's 900s. I was messing with those two, and you know what was kind of all right? Sidearms. Sidearms was kind of
PVE
all
or
right.
PvP?
PVE. They was getting busy.
They actually hit like I was. It was just like I got a 913 one of them to drop, and it's like an energy solar. I don't remember the name.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's a sidearm, and I'm just like going through, and I'm like hitting bullets with my submachine gun. But man, those sidearm bullets, they hit.
Yeah,
They
it
actually
felt
do.
good.
It's
Felt good, man. It felt good. So I was
surprise.
like, I
I
was
don't think it's
surprised.
gonna like overtake my meta,
Yeah,
but if
yeah,
it's like
clear.
passing through my leveling, it's like I'll work with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll work with you. But
Exactly.
man, submachine
Exactly.
guns though, I've had those
Oh,
coming through. Those are just putting in constant work. I've been rotating
constant
those
work.
through. And you're
Yeah.
gonna want either an auto or a submachine gun for two of those different types of mods. So
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna need to find
Absolutely.
some of those that you love.
Yeah, absolutely. Just ripping through, damage, and the DPS is pretty fast. Definitely felt good. Definitely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So said Fred. So before we got to Shadowkeep launch, I recorded all of the public events that are out there. So it's like, okay, I want to
Mm-hmm.
make sure everybody knows how to turn these into heroic. Some do, some don't, new or whatever. But I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna wait till Shadowkeep comes out because I want to add whatever new public event they made for the moon, so I could have it in there.
Yeah.
There are no new public events. It is still
Yeah.
the Walkers, the Warsat, and the Hive Ritual. That
What's
is
that's new to Destiny 2?
no, it's not. It's on Mars.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I
You're
was
right.
like, trust me, I know.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
So yeah,
Yeah, about that. Feelings, thoughts.
I wanted one more new one. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if there's some like if there's going to be an escalation protocol level thing that happens out later on in Sorrow's Harbor that we haven't seen. Maybe there will, because I thought I saw an image of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I was really hoping for some type of new public event just because I think somebody I was playing with or somebody in chat was saying the same thing, and they were like, "Oh, I saw a public event coming," being like, "Oh, I wonder how we're gonna have to do this one." And then like a war set lands or a big tank gets dropped, and you're just like, "Oh,
Wait
I
a
know
minute.
how to do this one."
It did. What about the? Wait, no, that's a war set. You're right. The war set that comes in and then witches. You got to get witches. Then you got to
Yeah,
get
that's still the war set from
shriekers.
Mars. Same
Yeah,
thing.
it's just a war set.
So you got
It's a
that
war
one. You got
set.
that. Yeah, you've got the Hive Ritual in the Hellmouth. That's one.
Yes.
But yeah, all of them are. You can have the Ether resupply with the big servitor. You can have that one in Archer's Line. But there are no new ones. I mean, there's 5. I think there's quite a few different ones on the moon, but there are no new ones on the moon.
Right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was surprised. I didn't expect that. I thought we would get, one. So it is what it is. But yeah, so I would say we're starting off pretty negative. We're saying,
I mean, I had a blast, but I'm like, I'm picking stuff apart. Like
low exotic count.
Yeah, low exotic count for a big season launch. Actually, it feels like at least because we got a few. All of them seem to come from quests. Have you got the new rocket?
No, I have not, but I've seen it. My boys got it.
Yep.
Do you have it?
Yes.
What is your feeling on it?
It's cool. It's fun. It's pretty hard actually. You'll see like it hit a boss, and if multiple of those little void bombs hit, it's chunks coming off.
Right.
Now, it does take skill to use. It does take the right size of room and location to use to an extent. Because the idea is, and it's a pretty good boost in damage too, you shoot it up, and then it kind of spreads in kind of an umbrella, and then it falls and then kind of tracks towards what's around. So it's like trying to figure out your timing, because if you're going a little farther, smashes into a wall, it's basically wasted.
So basically,
there is some skill to shooting it.
It's a napalm cataclysm nova bomb. So basically, you just got to shoot it up, and then it comes down, and then it spritz, and then it rains down on people.
Yeah, it rains little tracking ones. They won't track like forever, but if you're in kind of the right radius, you'll catch them. It looks amazing. Like when you see that thing in your inventory, it looks really, really cool. The quest is Quest is pretty lengthy. There's definitely some parts to it, which are cool. It's one of your first memories that you deal with her. So I'm wondering if there's more of those, if that's like a weekly, or how many of those are going to be through.
Good point.
And then the 920 mission to do it is a throwback to a kind of a raid encounter, which is kind of fun. So like that quest was cool. That was a legit exotic quest. So like enjoyed the quest. It had cool like multiple steps to it. The final fight was legit hard. Like I'm gonna end up helping multiple people with that one. I mean, I soloed it the first time, but it's fine. I think it was weird though on that one. I soloed it, and it did not feel
like what?
Didn't feel overly like, I'm trying to think, like spongy or anything. It felt about right. I was 13 below. There was a challenge. Like I was taking damage. I was trying to stay mobile, but it felt doable. And then I played that with a buddy of mine. It was just he and I. I helped him with it after, and it felt about that way. But then I had a fire team of 3. Like I was helping one more person, and my buddy was with me. That one felt noticeably harder. So I don't know if there was like a scaling there that happened with a full fire team or something, or if it was just maybe I was running out of heavy or whatever it was. But that time things felt longer to kill. So I don't know if there was a scaling that happened there. Not sure. Don't ever actually test that often, but solo, it wasn't too shabby, and if you are about level ready for it, 915, 920 by the time you get there. I did it at like 907, and it was still doable. So
it was still doable. Yeah, shout out to Blackwood. He's got some good points. He says he's feeling the invasions may take the place of the new public event, which is true. We still haven't seen invasions. We still got nightmare hunts. We still have things, because obviously you see the indicators on the map for where, you know.
Yeah, there's 3 of them that just like kind of quietly like pulsing right now. They're just waiting.
Yeah. Just waiting, you know what I'm saying? So
waiting for Saturday. So
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then I have to give him this second point when he said low exotics, but high catalyst drops. I have been seeing the catalyst drop, and that's been refreshing to see. Yeah. Which ones you got?
Cerberus and Ace.
Oh, you got Ace.
Yeah, it dropped on like one of my couple Crucible. That dropped in one of my first couple Crucible matches. Cerberus dropped like from a from a public event. So I've been working on that one. So yeah, I'll have to test that one when I get it. I mean, Cerberus with auto rifles, like if you can get in, because it's not, I mean, you can't work it from range. Its spread is terrible. Right. But if you get in that close range and you're just pumping into, say, like some of the Nightmare Acolytes, because those things have a chunk of health, and you're working them, but you can work them down with that thing actually pretty just like a clip on something that's usually taking a lot of work to kill. It's putting in some work from that closer range. So if you can get some of those guys that aren't as lethal and you need to pump some damage in, it's gonna put in some work, because that auto boost is getting a feel. So
okay, all right. Well, speaking of damage, is Nagi?
Oh, I haven't even touched that yet.
Whew. Oh, it's dirty. Oh, you just ripping chunks off people. You know what I'm saying? It's like now I'm like, damn, I wish we had, the old and the old Lunafaction joint.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh man, it's real beast. I just gotta find something to pair it in the energy. Because I just don't, my little strategy I thought of my Kindled Orchid that nerfs to Rampage and kill clip a little bit
and hand cannon range. Just that was the trifecta on that gun. That
doesn't feel good. So now I'm like, I might need to rock a auto or SMG in that energy, because I need something to go with Izanagi. You know what I'm saying, when they're up close. But Izanami, and I'm seeing people use it in Crucible. Somebody was on my team wrecking with it. And I'm like, all right. So yeah, if you guys got Izanami, now's the time, man. This thing is, it may not be fast DPS, but you're gonna be putting in chunks. You're ripping chunks out of people.
Nice.
Serious.
Yeah. So how do hand cannons feel overall for you, just in general?
Again, the only one really that has the rave review, because I haven't played a lot with them, to be honest, which was Ariana. But the other one, like I said, the Kindle didn't feel. I think that's I'm going to say that's a 150.
Your guess is as good as mine. It's somewhere in that mid range. I think it's 140 or 150.
I'll tell you right now. It's one of those that ain't feel too hot. You know what I'm saying?
I played with Loud Lullaby. Okay. Yeah, I played with Loud Lullaby. I think that's a 110. So kind of like Duke. That's the new one from the Moon. I played with, that was like just what was in my inventory for the Crucible match. It was hitting pretty hard. It was like 2 to 3 tap, so something like that. It was not bad, and the range was about where it felt. But for me, hand cannons, hand cannons has always felt like they've hitting too hard and from too far. So I know some people, and I may get shot for this one, but some people may just like hate it. But it's like if hand cannons don't hit from as far away, I still was getting hit by some, and I was like, but like they're not gonna like half map you with Ace or something like that, which is as it should be. I mean, Ace is still probably good, but
I agree.
Yeah, I think hand cannons probably are a little better where they should be. And I think even True Vanguard was saying it's like I'm probably gonna get some flack for this, but it's like I think this needed to happen. So
I think it needed to happen. I mean, they need a place to play, and they were a little too far. Now, the only thing I want to shout out Astacross, he's got a good point. I agree overall what you said, and I agree with Vanguard. I think the hand cannon range drop off was correct. That was the correct call. But who got affected in the crossfire was Crimson. Because I didn't realize. Shout out to Astacross. He got a great video out, and Crimson got hurt. It didn't get the buffs did not. The drop off is so bad with it, and it based on statistically, it's supposed to be the longest range one.
Yeah,
and technically, it's a pulse hand cannon. It's not really So it didn't. It is not. It's actually worse than what it was. He did the numbers. He did this. So I was actually surprised by that. That one got hit hard because it fell under the blanket nerf.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Whereas they should have been able to do something with it, kind of like how they did with not Risk Runner, with Huckleberry.
Yeah,
right. Huckleberry kind of broke free from the nerfs of Rampage and all that other stuff. So that's that. I will say on a side note, Redrix in PvE,
Oh yeah.
Yo.
See, I haven't been infusing, so I've just been playing with what I got.
Yo, because I got one to drop from Shax, another one. So I was like, all right, let me infuse. Nice. Yeah, let me infuse Bagaro one with this one. Man, yeah. It hits like a truck. When you get Desperado, you're a melting shield.
Oh, it's so fast.
It's just, it's crazy. Shout out to people. Yeah, I'm hearing Cerberus cat. Yeah, I'm hearing Cerberus is real serious. I haven't had a chance to pull that out. Cerberus, I'm hearing real good things. But if you guys got Redrix, man, PvE especially. PvP was okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it's bad. It still kicks a little bit. But PvE, I was super impressed. Nice. More so, I mean, Breakneck is my baby, but Redrix is right up there now.
Very cool. Mm-hmm. Trying to think for me on weapons and stuff that I've been using. Cerberus,
what you been using?
I've literally just anything that I mean I haven't infused, man. I've literally been using whatever is passing through my character. So I've been there's been blue autos. There was a pulse that felt good for a little bit. There've been blues, just literally everything. I did get good. I mean, pulses still feel mostly okay. So my go figure is still gonna get some infusion at some point, maybe for Saturday morning or something like that. Or shit, Redrix may get it too. I don't know. So,
bro, pull out. I'm telling y'all right now. Just you may need a little counterbalance or whatever. It does kick a little bit. So if you got stability stats, definitely rank them up. But first of all, even without Desperado, it's hitting hard.
Yeah.
You throw Desperado, I was laughing at yellow bars. And it's just so fast, and then you just keep the train going.
It's crazy.
Get another one, get another precision kill, hit outlaw, keep the flow going. You're melting. It almost felt like a hard hitting from distance Breakneck, and y'all know how I like Breakneck.
Yeah,
Breakneck's my baby. You know what I'm saying? As auto, but Redrix, bro, I'm telling you. Continue.
No, you're good. I've been using a decent amount of the moon weapon, so I got the new moon machine gun, which is it's arc. I'm trying to remember the speed.
Yes.
It's not bad.
It's a 600 it's arc. It's nice.
Yeah, it's a nice balance of like not quite delirium insanity, but not like the slower. It's a good mid-range one. I'm actually kind of digging that one. Arc logic, like the auto rifle in PvP doesn't do auto rifles in PvP, like man, I just feel like I'm wounding people, but I can't finish them. That's all I'm doing. I can't. It doesn't matter. Like they only need 3 shots to hit, and I'm trying to hit like 12, and I just can't get them all to connect in time between their 1, 2, 3 hand cannon shots, and I'm down. PvP, because there was a bounty I was working. I'm like, I just need auto kills. Come on, and I was just like breaking my head against this auto rifle. I didn't have that many options, so. Now the auto rifles for me in PvP they're not bad. Like PvP or PvE they're not bad. Auto rifles, just like mowing down ads and stuff like that, pumping out bullets.
Yeah.
They're actually pretty decent. But in PvP, the one I had wasn't feeling right. So maybe just a crap roll. So
yeah, I haven't seen it. I heard Monty's good. I haven't got it though.
Touched it yet. Yeah, I haven't
I heard
seen
Monty's
it. So.
really good. Like I got some things I want to scheme with it.
Yeah, there's been some funny builds, and I've seen was it Glad did some like shoulder charge and one shoulder charge with Peregrine Greaves and picked up like the Nightmare buff at the same time on a Lost Sector boss on the servitor, and just like one need him.
Stop it!
Just literally smashed him clean. So that was so. I don't even have Peregrine Greaves yet. I didn't get him last season. So
Jen says a good Misfit. Actually, Misfit. I remember that gun. Yeah, Misfit was good.
Yeah,
I haven't tried it in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while since that one's come through. What else? Yeah, Tranquility used it a little bit, but like just some of those I'd get them and then they'd kind of get over leveled. So I've really just been using. Yeah. I've literally been using everything that's come through. Subs, grenade launchers. I still honestly after grenade launchers, rockets just for the ammo you have never hold up in my opinion. Rockets don't. I agree. Whether it's cluster, it's just like it's one shot because. I would, with a rocket, you could shoot the ground, but then you're going to have most of the same effect as a grenade launcher, and then I'm going to have 18 more rounds as opposed to 6. So.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I kind of like it, though. I mean, rockets, let's be real. Like, rockets have dominated metas in Destiny for a long time.
No, truths and Gallahorns and
truths and galleys. I mean, that's been the thing for years. So it's like, I kind of like grenade launchers, like kind of being where they at. Yeah, I kind of like it. You know
I got a random roll on one too. I got a Doomsday with full court, rangefinder, spike grenades. Like, yeah, so it hits pretty hard. That was that was like Doomsday from the stuff I was doing. I haven't touched Reckoning, have not touched Gambit Prime, and somehow I got a Doomsday. I don't know where it popped through. I don't actually remember. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Shout out to Aaron Keel. Auto rifles have the best feedback between inflicting damage as a reasonable fire rate. I can't put my eat the doctor down for long, but in PvP, each missed bullet hurt.
Yeah, that sounds about right, actually.
That's about right. Yeah. That's how I feel about it. It's the same way, with what you were saying about, you're okay with hand cannon. I'm kind of okay. This is how I look at auto rifles. Not to see it's kind of a beginner's weapon. Like it's just point, shoot, go, right? Point, shoot, go. So I feel that not that it shouldn't be rewarded, but I feel something that requires a little level of more skill when aiming should have a little bit more lethality than it. But I like it that it's still in a place that it can play, but it's just not in a place where it can dominate. It's not in a place where you're gonna, be ripping up a lot of people.
I was gonna say I can 2-tap somebody with my Go figure.
Yeah.
2 trigger pull and they're done. That auto rifle will never compete with. Even if I hit every shot, I'm pretty sure.
Pulse though, like you shouldn't. It's a 3 burst, right? It's a
2.
Okay.
1,
but
2
you got
pulls.
The aggressive frame, super beastie. Don't you got the nice roll?
It's a Go figure, but that doesn't change the damage though. It's still if I hit 8 headshots, you're done. I cannot get the bullets out fast enough on my auto rifle to match you.
But I would say from ranges, I'm gonna use numbers. Like I'm just gonna use their fake numbers. All right, from range 0 to 1, you're not beating the auto rifle here. Now range, I would say like 1, 2, and out. Yeah, the auto rifle ain't got a shot. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Now I hear what you're saying. Maybe they should be a little bit more lethality up close, but then they're in a tough spot because they got auto rifles there. Here's what auto rifles got to compete with. You got SMGs.
Everything, basically.
Yeah. SMG's got to do something. Sidearms got to do something. So I don't mind that auto rifles catch it a little bit on that lesser damage because, let's be honest, it's literally, here you are. Bang, 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 till you're dead. Hold the button. Bang, bang, bang. Like, it's not a skill weapon, y'all. Let's not act like auto rifles deserve this level. Like, it's literally...
I've never known this hatred for auto rifles from you. Oh, my God. This is news. This is such auto rifle hate. No, I did not know this auto rifle hatred. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm an elitist.
You're like, I want my hand cannon to be a 3-shot only. You must land all headshots and be elites. I must be elite only. That's exactly
Get
how
that
you
sim-
sound.
Yes, get that Simple Simon auto rifle better out of here. Like, listen, unless it's exotic, give me like what's the Monty? If Suros got buffed, I'm all for the exotic auto doing some work. But if you come in there with your little eat the doctor or whatever these autos are,
Yeah, but as like said friend sitting here saying, is like they live in the range of shotguns, infusions, and SMGs, and there's even with Recluse in there too, it's like Recluse already is gonna melt you so fast.
Facts.
And the auto rifle can't live in a range that it's gonna like it has to be farther away to try and compete and stay away from those. Right. But then if you're far enough away for those not to be matter, you may as well just use a pulse.
Shout out to Neil. I'm hating on autos. I agree, Neil. Let it flow through. It's flowing through.
This is just news to me. I did not know this was.
Yeah, we never had this discussion. I've never felt auto rifle should be rewarded. I've never felt that. I've always felt pulses and hand cannons are more of a skill-based weapon. So if you listen, if I'm aiming at you, you move, I miss the headshot, I'm in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the auto, you just literally pressing in is mindless. That's how I look at it. But I do agree with you guys.
I was like, they're not that easy though. Then why aren't you out there just using that easy mode auto rifle? Just point and shoot at that mid range.
It shouldn't be rewarded with that level of damage to be in the meta.
It doesn't have a. We just literally said it doesn't have a place though.
That's Bungie fault. They got 9 weapons in one part. That's not my fault. Like, look, and they want to keep.
I just think that auto rifle should be bumped up a smidge because.
All right, let me ask you this. If they get bumped up a smidge, who gonna use an SMG? Who gonna use? They gotta keep them there.
SMGs is still faster time to kill at the range that it's meant to be.
Auto rifles, they were never like that before. SMGs were not really like just recently with the Recluse and SMGs is finally in that spot. Like, yo, we here. Y'all better watch out. And Recluse is just ridiculous. Let's just call that what it is. Yes. Recluse is kind of skewing this list because if we take Recluse out, who's really using?
I tried a normal SMG. Yeah, I was getting worked.
Yeah, it worked. So it's Recluse fault. Don't be blaming my SMG. Now, as far as sidearms, damn well, chat, ain't none of y'all pulling out that James Bond bang bang foolishness inside the crucible. Come on, chat. Y'all know I'm telling the truth with this. Ain't no chat. I want to hear the last time y'all pulled out that P. Walther sidearm. No one's doing that.
I never said they were. No, but it's just like the consistency of like the bullets of my auto rifle. I've got it feels really like a really tight grouping is what it should be. But I'm missing just enough shots like that at that small range where that hand cannon, which I'm sorry, hand cannon auto rifle.
We gonna go now. We gonna go. This is a new last word. I didn't know about this.
No, but how can you tell me no revolver? Okay, take current time, not sci-fi. Guardians, I don't care. No, I'm just saying. Picture in your mind a revolver, which you'd picture a hand cannon, like a big ass 357 Magnum. Fine, okay, that's fine. How accurate from range do you think that's gonna be? How far away do you think you can be accurate versus, and then kind of be reasonable? Just I mean, even an AK-47 is a bad example, but
yes,
like those two should not compete at the ranges that the AK-47 should not be dealing with that revolver because that revolver is not accurate from that range. So you
make a point. Go ahead, continue.
No, I'm saying hand cannons should not be competing with auto rifles, but they do.
So you feel auto rifles should outduel hand cannons? Is that what we're doing
at a range where they're at a range that makes sense?
Okay, so let's use fictional numbers. So let's say this is 0, right on top of a Guardian, 1, couple of places, and then it's the 2 range. Where should auto rifles be beating hand cannons?
There's more than just 2 ranges for your little hand segments here.
Range 3.
But I'm like, okay, so like a pulse, I can like half map somebody. Like if I'm trying to do the same thing where I'm like half mapping somebody pretty solidly with my Go Figure, that auto rifle's like missing like half my shots.
Okay.
So then if
you want more accuracy, from range.
I want more accuracy from range because if you creep in closer, that hand cannon now 3 taps you. Which
I got the auto for you.
Oh yeah.
Suros regime, baby.
I did. It still misses. Yeah. I pulled it out.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Suros be worried. Wait, are you playing with spinning up though? Spinning up is beast. I hope you're not using the focus fire. You spinning up. That is beast.
Anyway.
Trust me. Anyway, we're gonna finish this off.
Random
Hold on, shout out to
tangent, that's
Cyber.
fine.
He said, he said, Cognito, you're not pulling out a sidearm and wiping teeth.
Totally wiping teeth.
Said Fred is hilarious. Listen, Gordon Contrell, new season, new Cognito Elite. Listen, brother.
I just did not know about this elitism over auto rifles. They're like, okay, this is your new challenge. Go take that auto rifle and go mop the floor. Go show and see where you find a good spot for it.
Listen, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm running around.
You just told, we didn't hear anything you just said.
I said, it's not like I'm running around with auto rifles the whole day, right? But like I said, the ones that I've tried, that I've been effective with, is Misfit. Someone put out in the chat, Misfit, I was beasting with. The Ringing Nail, the one from Black Armory. I believe these are like 600s, right? The 600s, I've been having a good time. 450s, I agree. 450s feel garbage in PvP. Do not bring a 450. I'm with you. It feels like you're going to lose. It doesn't finish. Try the 600s, I would say. And as far as the exotics, but yeah, guys, you got to get Suros is beast, bro. If you at least from range 1, it can compete. It's not as it's funny you say Uriel. No, yeah, I haven't.
But it probably would be decent, but yeah.
It's just without the new mods, it's still weapon 1.0. I can't even mess with any of those things without any of those mods. So, but I will give some more autos a shot in PvP, and I will report back.
I'm just curious from the elitist over here. So yeah.
You're killing me, man. It's not a skill weapon. It should not be rewarded. It should not. I'm standing on that one.
Anyway, that was a long tangent, but you guys know those are always going to happen. What else for you? You got ups, you got downs. How have things? How
ups and downs.
We'll get to the spoiler stuff later. We're still saving the pin in that part of the episode to the end. But what about you? What have you been digging on? Ups, downs, goods, left, bads, rights?
I've just been having fun, man. I just been I just love that the 900, the soft cap level was very relaxed to me. It's very I felt like, you know what? I thought I was gonna have to stress. It was like, nah, man, I was doing my public events. I was just running around, and the normal floor world drops were beneficial. That's new. And it felt good. You know what I'm saying? It felt good to be able to do that kind of stuff. And just in general, man, it's good to see everybody back playing Destiny. Like that, just overall, like just seeing the community, boom, get together and old faces you haven't seen and people like, yo, linking up, we're doing. I was in parties of like, every day between 6 to 8, of different clan members, and just everyone's just having a ball and putting the pics up. It's been good, man. It's just, again, when Destiny is good, it's very hard to beat this game, man. It's really hard to beat. Now, again, the jury is out on Shadowkeep. It's early. We're in the honeymoon phase. We got to see how this raid gonna be. We're gonna talk about campaign spoilers. We'll do all that stuff. Yeah. But it just feels good, man. And like we said, the nostalgia, everything, man. It just really, really feels good. So that's been my overall positive with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the 750 to 900, I honestly didn't know what to expect when it came to Infusion, the time it would take to get up there, things like that. I mean, yeah, people, for a new player, especially if you don't go abuse tokens, if you don't go abuse planetary materials, stuff like that, that will be smooth, which is the nice thing. Just playing and stuff like that. They save the milestones. They save the prime engrams. All of those things till you get 900. But 900 is a bit of a little bit of a gut punch, man. That is a slowdown. You'd be like, you jogging smooth. You're starting to pick up some speed. You get in there and, oh, God, hold on. What did I hit? Like, it is a hard, like, whoa, pull back on those reins, buddy. We are going to slow it way down to like, first gear, going through that school zone, just going real slow.
Oh, yeah.
Because, now it's just like, where can I get? Now you're just like, where's that gear? Where can I get the? It's that meme. You guys got any more of that level up? It's like, nope, it is out. It is gone. Yeah, those powerful engrams are a lot harder to come by. So those now the power bonus from the artifact is cool.
Yes.
Slows down a little bit, but it's definitely been beneficial if you play for a reasonable amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, like, that the wall of the powerfuls is real.
It's real. It's real. Because, like I said, you hit 900, you get into that feel of things are ascending fast. And it's like you said, it's like literally say someone says, okay, that's it now. Now we playing for real.
You enjoyed your fun.
Exactly.
Now we're in the man's game.
And you've got to, it basically becomes a thinking man's game. Like, okay, what's the more efficient way to do things? What not to do? Like, do not do your powerful drops. I'm telling people, all the new light people that hit me up, I'm like, do not do any of that powerful stuff until you get to 900. Resist the temptation. And I am the worst.
You can't.
I am historically the worst when it comes to wasting materials, infusing when I shouldn't. And I have been like a saint. I've been staying away from that stuff. Tweet. Yeah, you be proud. My materials is high. Everything is high.
Nice.
And I'm like, yo, this grind past 900. It's a good thing. I was saying, like, this thing is real.
Oh, yeah.
And you've got to be strategic you gotta look at your guardian as a whole and really look at where you're low at and what you need to work on. The timing of when you do things. There is a lot to it to be efficient. Otherwise, you can hit some walls. You know what I'm saying? And it's real. It's real, man.
Yeah, it's been, it was fun of 11 through, just playing through and be like, oh, this is a little bit more. Oh, this is a little more. But I will say, in fairness to Bungie, the new like 0 to 3 drops, the ones that help you below, one that might drop at your level, that one piece is a little lagging behind. Now you got this one a little higher. And even if it's just like one, those little ones make that part feel better. Because whatever I was doing on like my warlock, my second character, you're trying to say. I was like, you're humming through the car. You're fine.
Yeah, just try to.
The more you talk, the more I hear it. So you're good.
Salute to the traffic. Continue.
But yeah, it's like it's a wall for sure. But there's a little smoothness in there. It eases it out a little bit because it's rough up until you start getting a feel for how the powerful works. And then there's so right now we have tier 1, which seems to be like +3 for powerful gear drops. That's pretty consistent. Tier 2 is +4. And the only, I'm curious your thoughts on this one. The only 2 places for tier 2 are Clan EXP, which you kind of wonder how a new light player may not even know about that for a little while. Yeah, and then Gambit. 3 matches of Gambit is your other tier 2.
That is weird.
You think they're steering people to something?
Yes, I mean, somebody's engagement numbers must be.
Be like, can you guys put that little higher reward over there? We need some people in there, please. Thanks.
Exactly. Yeah, man. I mean, shout out to Dramatic, man. Glad you made it, brother. Yeah, man. We just jump the topics. Yeah, it's very interesting the selections they've made for powerful where they're steering. What I will say is this though, I do like that Crucible had different areas of play.
Yeah, I did like that.
It wasn't just like 5 Crucible matches. I was like, as a Crucible player, PvP guy, I'm like, see, this is the love, the balance that I need PvP to be shown sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Got 8 matches worth of stuff in there, so 2 powerfuls. That's nice.
Yeah. That was nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So that right there was cool. But yeah, it's very interesting to me because of how they've limited powerful drops kind of, planet wide, right? Like it's not running loose out here like how it used to be. So yeah, it is interesting that they're steering in Gambit. Very, very interesting.
And then there's the supposed glitch. That's why I haven't done it. Vanguard Strikes versus the Nightfall ordeal. If you do the Vanguard Strike powerful drop, potentially the Nightfall drop isn't powerful. And vice versa. So only do one of the Vanguards. You may as well put your time into the strikes because the Nightfall may not actually benefit you right now. I think I've heard it's glitched.
Really?
Yep. So yeah, you can do 3 strikes, or if you do Nightfall, the Nightfall says 0 of 5, but if you even do a hero difficulty Nightfall, that counts for 2. So the difficulty will speed through that later on. But right now, just do your 3 Vanguard strikes and get your powerful there. It's just easier than putting your time into trying to do the Nightfall because that's not potentially worth it, I hear. At the moment, at least.
As you told me that, I'm going to do the strikes. One last thing that I forgot. Crucible, beneficial. Again, I'm
leveling up of
small sample size. First of all, I've been getting so you've been I'll be getting like 3 to 4 drops sometimes. So exotics.
Oh,
You know,
Stone was playing Crucible. He was like, dude, I'm just over here getting like 5 drops a match because he was
5
getting
drops.
like levels and stuff like this, just like blues, just like
That's what I'm
raining
talking about,
down,
bro.
man.
Raining. Let's go. Reward us for playing this mode that y'all not showing the most love to. Like, let's go. Like that felt good, man. I got a Telesto in there. I got I got like crazy stuff inside the Crucible. I'm just like, what is going on? Like, I almost feel like I was cheating, like I was getting away with something. I was like, let me get in here and get this done before they find out what I'm doing. But yeah, Crucible reward-wise is beneficial for leveling. I could not believe even the blues were helping a little 1 or 2 here. You know what I'm saying? And then I was noticing I will ask you this though. Do you have anything early right now that you could say is a good mod source? Because I really want mods. Like that's what's killing me right now.
Oh,
That's
just
where I
armor
might
mods?
be.
Basically, it's just been
Yeah.
mostly packages. Vanguard tokens, Crucible tokens. If you got those, turning those in. Like,
Mm,
I was using those to get armor because I was like leveling up second and third characters.
mm,
If you have
mm,
those, like every other package or something like that, I was getting a
mm,
decent amount. So I've unlocked some, obviously not all,
mm,
but yeah, they're coming from packages a lot for me. Every so often, it's
mm.
like a random chest, I'll get one, but mostly a lot have been those package turn-ins for me.
Okay.
That's where a
Okay.
lot of the
Yeah.
mods have been coming from.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see if there was any way, and I was wondering if they were like hiding specific, because I know like there's like when you do the nightmare hunts, there's specific mods that only seem like they only drop there.
I don't know which. Oh, well, yeah, the Nightmare Hunts have like Nightmare mods. So yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I've had,
Hmm.
because you get the Dreambane with the set, and then I've got 2 other Nightmare mods so far
Hmm.
that'll help with certain things. So that's been like grenades do
Yeah.
more damage to nightmares or something else that I've seen. So yeah, there's a couple
Yeah.
specific ones there
Hmm.
that go in that seasonal slot.
Yeah. I'm tempted also to do like an old raid before the new one, just to see like how the drops go. You know what I'm saying? As far as armor, and to see how that's handled with Leviathan specific thing, because I was noticing some armor I was getting didn't have the Dreambane stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, most of them did. So yeah, it's interesting. I want to see if they keep up that pattern of certain armors have specific extra mod slot for specific activity, because that's what I was noticing.
Yeah.
And I did level up the Solstice stuff. Didn't see anything extra specific. Oh, another question I have for you with mods. Shout out to Kai Basso. He did tell me that the Paragon mod exists, but I do
Hmm.
have an issue. When you look at the stats, right? We got
Yeah.
the old stats and the new. And you know, obviously with intellect, it's the super, then you got
Yep.
the strength with the melee. But the thing that's missing as a stat is the class
Yeah,
items.
there's not a class item stat.
Yeah, man.
That's
Because
just that's static. It's just whatever charge item it is, that's what they left it at.
but there's no way, there's no quantity, right? To quantify to see what the number is. Like, for example, I know there's a Paragon mod. I'm like, I would love to bring that down, you know what I'm saying? And see where that is, because I'm working on a build. I got a build I'm working on for the raid. It's going to be a Bottom Tree Stormcaller. And I'm thinking I'm going, actually, which is very effective, was, what's the old one? Vesper of Radiance.
Yeah.
And it's like oh, I got to say this real quick. RIP, well, Radiance didn't feel good. Didn't feel good, y'all. I was getting killed in it. It just, I don't know what.
They didn't mess with the healing, supposedly, right?
It just feels, I don't know. Maybe because I was using, maybe that nerf is what if, I don't know. It just didn't feel like it was supposed to feel, but we'll see.
You didn't feel quite as godly standing in your little circle of wonder.
Yeah, I didn't feel like I was controlling the circle.
Can't just stand in the open and take all the shots in the world anymore. What?
Yeah.
You gotta actually like use cover, not just open arena. Bam, heal through everything and damage away.
Dramatic agrees with me, man. Yeah, man. Like, you know, before you put that, it's like, hold on, y'all. It's like the Warlock makes an announcement. Hold on, y'all. The well is coming. You put the well down. Everybody
I got this. Yeah.
Party. Nah. You're getting killed in that well, bro. Now, Bubble.
Yeah.
Shout out to my Titans.
Go put Ariana's Val on a Well of Radiance bubble. That's a one shot in PvP. I watched. I think it was Cool Guy or Fallout. Yep. Cool Guy did that. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, he's like pops out, bam, bam. I was like, holy crap, that was like 3 in a row.
That was crazy. He was using that in PvP. I was like, yeah, salute. But yeah, well felt a little weird. But you know, I'm willing to give it a shot. But I don't think I'm going well for the raid, man. I don't think I'm going well for the raid.
I think if you can do a healing rift just functionally to help out, and then have that bubble for your damage, it's a bigger damage buff anyway. Yeah, and you only get 1 buff and you get 1 debuff. So that's the other side of it too.
Yeah, absolutely. And I got that Stone Cold Exotic. Man, it feels good.
Oh, the new one? Yeah. Finish the campaign. Strong. Here you go.
Strong. Look at you.
But if that's if that's our 3, that's where I'm like,
that's bad. Yeah,
that's not great. Like if that's our only one. So because we've got we're getting a short list this season. So and this is where I wonder. It's like Shadowkeep is a big launch. They have so much on their plate. Like was so much on the plate that some things didn't quite get there. That's where
I would have to agree. I would have to agree again, but we know we're gonna get some quest exotics, right? Shout out to the cops going by. They don't agree, but
thank you for your service out there.
But do you think how many more do you think we're getting?
More exotics? I mean, she has the memories, so I don't know how many of those there are going to be, or if it's just like a one-time thing. It just had a weekly bounty, which was weird to kick that whole cycle off for the grenade launch, the rocket launcher. That was one, but that was literally started at a weekly bounty, which was weird.
Yes.
So I don't know if they go through that or what. Shout out to those lost sectors on the moon, by the way. They're all awesome.
Yeah.
You haven't done any of them?
Haven't done one yet.
Well, by the way, they're 870. Ooh. So if you trip into one of those and be like, hey, we got new lost sectors, let me go in. One shot, just done. I was like, what the hell happened to this lost sector? Oh, yeah. On the moon, that 870 lost sector, first day, just smacked me around real quick. I was like, not going in here for a while. That feels okay at about 900, but they're more they feel like how lost sectors should. Like they're deep. There's multiple levels to them. The last one with the hive up north in Sorrow's Harbor, it's got like mechanics to the thing, dude. It's like it's legit up there. The lost sectors on the moon. The lost sectors on the moon, I do have to say, felt really good. All of them did. They felt big.
Mento agrees. He agrees with you.
Yeah, they're you'll get some time in them on the exotic quest anyway. But they're cool. They really are. I like what they did with them. Each one has their feel. It's kind of awesome. That's how I'd like. I don't know. They just felt better, and I can't really put my finger on why. Like one of them was a really huge, spacious cavern. You're going through area. They just, I don't know. They just felt better than before.
All right, fair enough. I got it. It's funny. Lost sector. I've been multitasking and in my pursuits, and for some reason it just escaped me. I haven't done it. It's so weird. So I got to jump in there, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, lost sectors are good. What about you? What about you?
Yeah, like I said, to me, it's just been all about build, synergy, raid prep. Shout out to Eddie. He's on me. He's trying to construct a team. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, I'll be available, I guess. So I'm just trying to get my light up. Yeah. And obviously, I know you still running. Are you still running, or what are we doing?
I think I got a crew. I got to see how my weekend and balancing my time and all that stuff goes. I mean, I'd like to see how it goes. I mean, if I bash my head against the boss for like 6 hours, I'm not going to stay in there. Yeah. Like if we don't get through the first encounter with contest just crushing us for some reason, then I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna put that much effort in for the emblem, but I'd like to do it in the first 10 days for a chance at the jacket. Man. Well, the shirt you can get all season, but so that'll happen at some point. The jacket, the jacket's 10 days. The shirt's all season.
I did not know the jacket was available. I did not read correctly.
Yeah, the jacket will be within the first 10 days. And then the
let's see now. I talked a lot of crap about that jacket now.
Oh, Dramatic's got a good point. Like the Nightmare Patrol people.
Yes.
Oh my God, there's too many of them. And you're like, I'm sorry, what, dude? Calm down. Hold on, you're freaking out. Okay, go kill enemies. I can do that. Like
yes. Yeah, I was like,
scared the crap out of you, and it's like, no, there's too many, and you're like, what is happening, dude? And you're just like, this guy's over here crouched under the thing, and you're like,
yeah,
all right, dude, I
love the use of voice. Yes, I love the use of voice with patrols. So just being around the moon, that haunted feel, moon haunted, y'all. It's really haunted.
Yeah, even my wife just was like asking me, it's like, why is it E-Hauntus on Twitter?
Oh, I love that.
I
I
changed it to
love that.
E-Hauntus. Yeah.
Yes, that
Somebody
was
was
dope.
like, and then I think Scaro was Scare, S-K-S-C-A-R-E. And so he
Nice.
did it too. And then somebody's like, my
Nice.
name can't do that. And I was like, sorry.
Sorry, look, you gotta be one of the chosen ones, brother. So yeah, the jacket's available. I might listen. I'll try to get it done. I'm
Yeah,
gonna try to get
10
it done in a
days,
week.
like,
10 days is enough
10
time.
days is enough, I think. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like,
10 days is enough
I'd
time.
like to. Because then you got the full next weekend to go through.
Yeah, 10
Because
days
I've got, so this weekend, yeah, it's got to be next weekend for me because week after would be, I've got family coming in. So,
yeah.
but yeah, that weekend should be, hopefully at some point get a group. So,
Yeah, man.
all right, I know we've been beating around the bush. I know we haven't talked about
Get
it.
to it.
So just and this may open up some other things too as well. So this is going to be
Oh,
your
yeah.
spoiler
Oh,
warning
yeah.
for the podcast. Big spoiler warning. If you have not played the campaign, go play it. If you have not played Shadowkeep, bought it yet, get out of here. So we're going to basic wrap up, and then we'll get into it. So for me, it's easy. Ebontis, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, sub, follow, like, subscribe. Get yourself in the giveaway for the Stream Deck, which is still going on for another week. All that stuff is going on.
I'm not talking.
Oh, you're good. That's a big siren out there, so we got big things happening. So, but yeah, I'm Ebontis everywhere. You guys can find me. The support's been great. Watch me on Twitch. Watch the YouTube videos. Thank you. We're going to head into the spoiler keep, but Cognito's got to let you guys know where to find him and what we got coming.
So, yeah, spoiler keep. Again, show's not over.
Spoiler keep. I like that.
Spoiler keep going down right now. Iron Lord Podcast on YouTube. And, you know, that's where you can find me. And lordsofgaming.net for also your cool Destiny articles as well. So we going to get into the spoiler keep now. Let's go, man. Let's get it.
Where do you want to start this one? Mission 1?
I'm going to start off with Neil Mental. Let me know when I can back in. I will at you when we do it. Here's the deal.
Yeah, we'll do the big waving hands right
the
now. This is spoilers. If you're watching, this is spoilers. If you see this again and you want to fast forward, then we might be done. Otherwise, this will just be the rest of it. But if we finish up all spoiler stuff and we got more, I'll big crazy wave again.
It's dramatic. Like, yo, bring them spoilers on. Let's get. Well, I'll put in the spoilers done or something in the chat so y'all can see or whatever. Just mute. But yeah, man. Like for me, I'll be real with you. Eris stuff wasn't really wowing me in the beginning when we started off and all. I was like, cool. You know, she was just into her nonsensical Eris mode, and I'm just like, okay, nonsensical Eris, whatever. Spirits haunting, whatever. Okay, whatever. I wasn't really. I'm like, okay, this is just average, right? I just wasn't nothing really. It wasn't terrible, but just nothing really was. Wow, like this is so crazy. I was like, okay, I'm on the moon. We're gonna do something. Then that moment happened, and you know that moment when you first go down in that cave and you get in them fields the way it used to be, and you see the space Dorito.
Oh my God.
Chilling.
I lost my mind.
Ominous. The ghost freaking out.
Yep.
And I was like, yo, this is different. I was like, oh, we're doing this. This is what we've been holding for
5 years in the making, literally.
Yes, this feels like progression. You know what I'm saying? We saw this at the end of, you know, the Red War campaign when you beat Gaul.
Yep.
We saw them pull up. So we were like, okay, let's see what's going on.
They turned the lights on. They're like, what?
Yeah. So that for shut us down. It's funny. So yeah, man. So that mission and just the way that played out set the tone for me. And again, we talked about music. You know, just it was just tremendous. Just that whole part. So that for me, I'll just start there and I'll let you continue. You know, spoiler cast really got me excited. And you tell me what other moments or that moment about that moment.
That was so. Yeah, you're going through the cave. You're like, oh, we're open on the moon. Okay, we're going through. Okay, we got some tanks. That's cool. Going through, clear this thing. Going into the keep. Going down. There's the shot first as you're going down in the canyon. You see up into the moon. You have a few of the guardian kind of wisps up there, and you're like, what the? But that shot to you're on the moon. Sorry, the shot to Earth. That's a legit shot. That's a really well directed
Fire.
photography, like just looks awesome.
Yes.
Then when you go through the cavern and when you turn and it's just I stopped. I was just like, holy.
Holy shit, we doing
Basically,
this.
yeah, holy crap was like
Yeah.
big giant like pyramid ship. Space Doritos our joke, but like
Mm-hmm.
pyramid ship is in there and I was like, so what I had heard, and this is why I had heard a leak, is that was what was woken up. Now that's the leak I had heard, but even seeing it didn't matter. So that was the leak I had heard a while ago. Is like she had woken it up. This is what starts it, and then
But
like,
they saying the rumor is that she woke it?
well, or she, well, I mean, you saw her touch like the ground, and then that was the little cinematic in the opening,
Right.
and then the nightmare, and then then it was the, size the geological disturbance or whatever, and that's when the hive all came rushing in. So that's like what kind of kicked it off. So that's like the little bit that I had heard. Somehow she may have been the catalyst and like went investigating something she shouldn't have,
Right.
and then woke it up.
Right.
But no, dude, the first time I saw that ship, I lost. I just in my mind, I was like,
lost it.
yes. I was like, I was
Yeah, I
so
lost it.
excited.
That's the future. That's D3 what we're getting there, and you again narrative progression. And I will say this: as much as I'm clowning, Eris with her nonsensical stuff sometimes, for the first time, I felt empathetic for her.
Yeah.
I'm like, chick, she's suffering. You know what I'm saying? Like, she going through it. And even at Cora, right? She kind of intimates that, look, we weren't real. I wasn't there for you. Shouldn't have been alone. I like their little dynamic. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was like, yo, I really have more of a because to me, she was just always just weird and just way off, out there. But this DLC, I feel it's building with her. And yeah, man, let's continue. What else are the story beats that you liked?
Yeah. So I mean, after you see the space Dorito, and then all of a sudden you're like, what is this glowing little red figure down here on the rocks? And it's got to happen at some point. You're just wondering where. And then all of a sudden out pops big blue glowy guy, and you're like, oh god, it's Crota.
Let's go. Yeah, that was fire. And not only was it Crota, it was Gaul, and it was
oh yeah, you got both of them right there in the middle.
3.
Oh, usually I've played it on other playthroughs, and I don't know if it just went faster, but I only see 2 of them. I don't see the third
Fanatic,
one.
bro.
Yeah, Fanatic's up there too.
Yeah. I was just crazy, and it was just like, oh my god, we got to get out of here. Like, we cannot beat them. Like, it's crazy. And yeah, she hightailed it. Crazy sequence. Love that mission.
Yeah, so I mean, just the opening, seeing all those guys come back, deal with Crota, then you're figuring about the nightmare mechanics they introduce you to with the Thrall and the Acolytes and stuff, so you can actually do damage to them. So, like, that's your introduction to the nightmare mechanics, so you get a feel for that. But yeah, seeing Crota, seeing Gaul, seeing all of those, that was really cool.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's mission 1. We get done. She pulls you out. We talk to her for a little bit. Now we see all these like floating figurines are around her, and you kind of go through. So that's like the opening like mission. Just kind of go down in there. You see all that thing. Then you get into what it takes to figure out what we have to do.
Yes.
So first we're like, okay, there's an energy. We can't get through it. Got it. Okay, we have to have some way. The hives seem to be managing with this energy better than we are. How are they doing it? So then we go through and we've got the collection of the armor. You get your first piece, which is like your mark, which you're like, okay, I got this, but I can't make any more. We got to go find something else. Then we go through and we've got to go back where we go in the catacombs.
Right.
So that's where we actually go through. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, just I've been playing too many things like in sequence. When you play the campaign, do you actually, you cross the bridge, you go down to the catacombs, you cross the Crota Bridge. Yeah.
Yes.
So how did it feel going back there?
Yeah, that was dope. Waiting for that bad boy to form. I was like, I said my Crota raid dudes is getting feels right now. This is dope. You know what I'm saying? And then after that mission, that was a great mission because then you had, it literally reminded.
Was that the escape where you had to leave?
That was the escape. And I got the feels also of another mission when we got Black Hammer for the first time. Remember that other one?
Yep.
There was some callbacks. There were a lot of callback for hardcore, man. It felt good. But that mission, particularly with the Crota Bridge, escaping, Ooh, that felt good. That
Yeah,
felt good.
no, that was
I like
tense, man.
that.
The first time I went through, it was me and a buddy, and the first time we
Mhm.
went through, I straight up like I died and I respawned so far back, I was screwed. He just kept going. He left me in the dust because
Yup, same happened to me.
if you spawned like you just wait, there's way too much. You're not gonna make it.
You're not gonna make it, and it's
Nope.
just bonkers. It's insane in there. Like, yeah, man, good stuff, good feel. Again, just a lot, nice little, cool little, mission beats and stuff like that. That just done pretty well. But yeah, as it went on, and then I love the Crota sister, the one that I can't pronounce with the H,
Hash Lagoon.
Halash or whatever. I love that mission. I love that music.
Oh,
I
the
love that.
big elevator.
Yeah, just the aesthetics of the keep, the sharp edges, the red, the scarlet, the immense, like it felt good. You know what I'm saying? And you getting up in there. Yeah, man, the missions, man, they really played well. The campaign missions really played. And I'm getting to the point now where I sometimes I'm getting mad that I want to say campaign missions are like one and done. Like I wish they were almost treated like strikes in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because some of these need to be replayable. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're really, really good story beats.
Yeah, the one with the tanks and the opening. There's a whole lot of enemies to fight. You can replay the story missions with that little new icon that's sitting out there now.
Yeah.
You can replay it out there. That was like one of the weekly bounties she had you do when they unlocked.
Oh, okay.
So you actually replay through the first mission.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I did the first mission. Correct.
So
correct.
that one's cool. But yeah, like after, so you got the strike as like one major bit, and now that's just like the strike is out there and available. You have the opening mission, which kind of takes you through, and you see the space Dorito. And then in the middle, it's a lot of stuff on the moon. A lot of shooting things, like killing Hive, killing Fallen. It's like the collection of your armor after that, because when you bring back the cryptoglyph sorry.
Yep.
You bring that back from the run, you get out of the catacombs, and you're like, okay, cool, we got it. Now you have the Lectern of Enchantment, the little floaty vendor, little guy. That's cool, and now you're starting to create these things, and each one you're going through, then you get to do the other three of the nightmare hunts. So now you get to see...
Yep.
You get to see Omnigul.
Oh, yeah.
Skolas, and...
Yes.
Taniks.
Yeah, Taniks has no house.
Well, it was really weird. Skolas was in Taniks' like ship or his room.
Yeah.
It was backwards. I was like, wait a minute, Skolas doesn't belong here. This is where Taniks would be. But
That's what Taniks.
they just wanted
Yeah.
to cross paths with us, I guess.
That I remember that mission for Black Hammer.
Oh yeah,
Man, remember that room, and you had to clear that room. Oh man, you had to get to that room and then clear it. And it's funny because it just shows you the progression of Bungie, like how they really construct these great missions for exotics with a timer and tension. And it's a very cool mechanic. And that's kind of like, would we say the Black Hammer was the first of its kind?
secret exotic quest type thing.
That required a time. Yeah, secret exotic.
Probably, yeah.
I think it was Black Hammer.
That sounds right. Yeah, because that was one of the first, like, truly timer on screen things. I feel like it's probably, that feels right.
I think that was the debut. I think because I remember everybody was like, "This is hard. This is challenging.
Oh, yeah.
We love it." And then they just kept on with that beat, getting better and better. Whisper and what's 0 hour. I just love that stuff. So I've definitely become a huge fan of it. But yeah, those missions were really, really cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, love. Shout out to Mostly Martinez. All right, he's in the IO clan. He said, I cleared that room at last second, first time. Yeah, man, those are the feel good moments of accomplishment.
So tight.
Yeah, man, so good. But yeah, I really enjoyed just playing through this campaign, and we got to get to. I will say one negative though. I did not. This is just me being the fashion warlock elitist. Why? Fix your face. Why? Why is that Dreambane armor that ugly Dreambane armor?
I thought that stuff was growing on you. You said like a podcast or two ago that it was growing on you. You said that.
I did, but I didn't feel like. All right, here's how I feel. You know how when we got to the Dreaming City, and it's like, okay, you need the talisman, whatever. They telling me this armor is special, that I need this to get inside the keep. This armor is not hot enough to be getting inside. It needed to look better. They need to give me another set to make me go inside the keep.
Jensen's over there. He loves the Dreambane set, so don't go bashing this Dreambane set.
Listen,
come on
Jensen,
now, be nice.
I ain't got no hate for this set no more. I let that go. I just don't feel that set is worthy to be entering a keep. Again, it's dramatic. Yeah, exactly. That Party City Batman and Robin mask that I gotta wear should not be magical enough to get inside the Scarlet Keep.
You look like an Astro Shaman. Just go with that, and don't go Batman and Robin, and you'll be okay with it.
Listen,
get on board.
I was just hoping for another set. That's all. That would be the one that allowed me to enter the dimension or whatever. Something a little bit more.
How many more sets do you think we can get in the campaign?
Hey, they got good artists, man.
Yeah, they do. We're gonna get plenty of sets, but yeah, this you knew if they showed this one off, this was gonna be pretty obvious. So, but yeah, so you gather the full set. You get up to about 860 with that, and then we head back to where we went the first time.
Yes,
and this time Crota's not sitting there on the corner.
Yeah.
I love the set with an ornament on it. Ha, very funny.
Yep. There we go.
No.
There you go. There you go, Funk Dreams.
So when you head back in the second time, how did it feel going back down there?
Oh, that was feels. That put me in a place. I was like, yo, this is. You remember, man? You remember what you was doing? Like, great stuff. What about you?
No, it was the second time you go back in. We're talking about going back in the pyramid, right?
Going back in. You going there. Oh,
where were you?
I thought you were talking about Hellmouth stuff. Okay, no.
Oh no, I mean, yeah, like I was just saying,
let's get to it. No, you talking about the grand finale?
We're in the spoilers. We've been talking about going around the moon.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought you was taking.
No. We've been on the moon for about an hour and a half. I thought we were covered there. So
yeah, you're right. That right there.
Yeah.
That right there. First of all, the feel of it, the mystery, the anticipation, what the hell is going on? You getting pulled in, you like, yo, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? The architecture of the ship, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you saw before you entered, there was a statue, almost like you had to do something. You remember that? It looked like a figure of, in my mind, of what maybe they could be, aka the darkness or whatever it is, this new enemy race. I saw a statue, a figure inside there, and I was like, yo, is this a foreshadowing? I'm gonna say after you got pulled in, I believe there was something where we had to play something or go up to something, and then you got beamed up or something happened. And I just don't remember my sequence right now. Excuse me, my sequence is off. I remember it being inside the ship. Maybe initially when you got pulled in, there was something that I remember looking at, and it looked like a statue of a large cloaked figure, like a big, like it almost like drapes, you know what I'm saying, like a statue. So I was like, yo, are they foreshadowing how this race might look? Because the rumor is, don't they call the Veil? I mean,
that's what, right, that was like D1 concept rumor of the 5 races, right? But yeah,
I mean,
talk about a slow burn, by the way, if this thing comes full fruition, like holy hell,
bro, that joint got me hyped. Then we had the encounters. We had the goal. We had the fire encounters, nostalgia, feels. And I'm going to get right to it, man. Like, yo, when that joint ended, okay. I was like, what's happening? Where are we? Then your man pull up. You're like, okay. And I'm like, what's going on here? He's like, nah, like, you got it all wrong. Like, we ain't, we got salvation. I was like, whoa, hold on here. Like, it just, so I know I saw Bipe's comment. He wanted a little bit more.
It was an abrupt cut.
It was cut abrupt. But for me, it was, I am dying to do the raid now. I feel that this is literally jumping into, because he set it up, salvation. We know God and salvation. Like, they're mimicking us. They've been watching us. What is going on? It was a very cool, chilling kind of a scene. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was your feeling? Sequence coming in, encounter, and then that cinematic. Tell me what you felt.
No, it's like you're going up first, then all of a sudden you just get sucked off the cliff, and you're just like, so you're like flying through, and then as soon as we're flying through the tunnel, that was one of the small screenshots or blips or something we saw in one of the trailers for launch. I was like, oh, I know this tunnel. And I was like, and then you get in there, and as you said, the architecture of the ship is Like nothing else. I mean, the world
Nothing
design
else.
in there is its own completely different feel, which they nailed. They wanted, like, this is an alien spacecraft with the space Doritos in the veil. It's like, this can't look like anything else, and it didn't, which I really, really loved.
Yes.
You could go, like, left or right up through, like, each side as you progress through, and you, like, bump into, like, first you bump into, I forget which order it was. Was it Gaul? Yeah, it was Gaul first.
I think Gaul first, yeah.
Gaul first, and then you face the fanatic.
Fanatic? Yeah, Fanatic.
And then
Crota.
and then Crota, you gotta use the swords. You gotta use the swords on Crota. And when you do the nightmare hunt on Crota, you gotta use the swords on him too.
Yep.
So like that's really cool how they kept the mechanics back a little bit in there. It's not full raid, but like you get the feel of like, oh, we gotta use the swords. Oh, okay, this is the thing.
Nice touch.
Now, before I get to like the end with the whole Black Garden scene, up until that point, and he says salvation. Yes, it's Garden of Salvation. That's an amazing tie-in. And honestly, like hearing it on two characters, honestly, this is, by the way, the most our character has spoken in a while.
Yeah, Guardian is just out here talking now.
Yeah, he got words. He got a vocal voice box. Like, he actually can talk. Like, this is amazing. But I honestly was wondering if somebody hasn't been playing Destiny and like, hey, it's like, hey, get Shadowkeep, jump in with me. I have a feeling most of this campaign has like next to nowhere near the weight that it does for you, me, or anybody. This is like,
I agree.
This is full nostalgia hit, but for like a new player, be like, oh, cool, you got it. You want to play in Shadowkeep? They're like, what are those? Yeah, what are all of these things that we're fighting? Like the nightmare hunts we see, and they talk about like Crota slaughtered, thousands or whatever, and you had Gaul doing his crazy stuff, and then the fanatic, like. There's the voiceovers as you go through the ship that say like kind of what happened. But if you didn't play, if you don't have a history in this game, this is this is over your head by a mile.
I agree. That's a great point. And I think people who are going to detract from this DLC and let's say give it a low review or say, again, Tassie has a great article. I get it. The people who have not played Destiny at all, if you've been away for a while, maybe from the beginning you jump in, you're going like, okay, I don't know what's going on. But to me, it's like, I'm not going to like, this is not a one-to-one comparison. So please bear with me.
Oh, okay.
It is like how I look at how Endgame is from the Avengers in a sense. You had to been watching all the way to get the little nuances. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. Is it as deep as Endgame? No. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to say is this is a hardcore Destiny fan love letter. That's what Shadowkeep is to me, as far as the story. But is it the best story? Am I saying, it's better than Forsaken and it's better? I'm not going there. I'm just saying, as far as nostalgic beats and where the story needs to go, we've been wanting this. And to be honest, we didn't think we would even see these guys until D3.
Yep.
So to see that ship just nestled in that moon, ominous, like, yo, fam, you've been here all this time. Like, it really evokes emotion for people who've been following the lore, that want to know about the darkness, to know why it's here. Then you hear Zavala mentioning the collapse, you know what I'm saying, and what they went through. Like, you're hearing the other NPCs talk about, so it just puts in this whole thing about, yo, the Traveler's in trouble, fam. Like, the Travelers, everything is in trouble. Ever since that thing kicked off, and we are in serious trouble. These guys are not to be trusted. We don't know what's going on. And it just felt mysterious and cool. I liked it, man. I really did. I'm not going to say it was the greatest. Oh, my God. You know what I'm saying? But for a hardcore Destiny fan, you've been wanting advancement. And I felt we got at least advancement. And I feel the raid, to me, the key is now the raid, how it ties in. Then we got Vex Offensive, how it ties in. That to me is going to determine where Shadowkeep ranks. You know what I'm saying? Right now,
absolutely.
Bare bones. We still a lot to learn, still a lot to feel. If you want to rip it and say rehash content or I don't get, fine. You know what I'm saying? But I got to see where this thing is going to go. Because I'm excited of the potential of where it could go. So that's where I'm at with it.
I mean, you kind of took the words out of my mouth there. Potential is what I like, the biggest thing. We see the Space Doritos for the first time. I was like, oh, this door is now open. So as you see, but honestly, we haven't seen the race. So they haven't designed a race yet. Yeah. We just have an architecture of a ship. So it's like the tease is there. like the nostalgic throwbacks were awesome as you go through, playing through the fights, the Crota, dealing with Gaul. You're like, oh, just got done doing this a couple years ago, so now we're back. But yeah, stand in the Black Garden, talking to yourself. It's like, we're not your friend, we're not your enemy, we're your salvation. And you're like, you're in the Garden of Salvation. I'm like, what the? So again, I'm still hoping.
What you hoping?
Well, when the raid is completed, that's when the Vex offensive begins.
Yeah,
I'm hoping those two are tied. I'm hoping it's not just like, I'm just hoping Saturday, excuse me, hoping Saturday both don't turn on at the same time. I'm hoping raid and then it's Vex offensive.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
Because that was the same way that was the same way they did Forsaken. It was like, you beat the raid, now we're in this 3-week cycle.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident it's going to be that. I'm pretty confident.
I was like, it feels like it fits at least.
Yeah, it fits thematically. And then I want to know, to me now, the question becomes, why are the Vex hell bent on like just pulling up? What's going, like, why are they in full guerrilla mode? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on? So I got to see that whole tie-in. I just have a lot of story beat questions, man, with the whole this mystery race, and I'm excited just to see where it goes and what that raid shirt's going to be. What is that?
Yeah, seriously.
What the hell is that, man? Well, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. Let's get to it.
Very curious what that is. So Saturday is tomorrow. So we get to see what happens in just about 24 hours. Pretty damn close, actually.
Grind time, baby.
Grind it out, see what else you can get up there, see how close you can get. I'm probably not going to go through the race, but I'm sure I'll watch as I go through. I do want to jump into at least the first. I'll be attempting the first encounter for sure. Maybe second, depending on how it goes. But it's like, we'll see. Light level is at least, 919 on my Warlock. Just literally one more experience.
Oh, you're good.
I was like, I just got to figure out what to infuse because all my weapons are trash right now. Every single weapon, everything's trash. Absolute trash. So that's pretty close on like, spoiler over. You think we're probably pretty good? You want to go full off, no more spoilers?
Yeah.
All right, crazy hand wave. No more spoilers. No more spoilers. Okay. Spoilers over.
Yes.
Yeah,
man. I think we got this raid dying. I am curious. I'm trying to keep expectations in check. But I'm just curious for the story beats, who beats it, how that goes. You got me more excited now that I qualify for a damn jacket. So I'm going to try to get it done. You know what I'm saying?
10 days, you can still go for it. Yep.
I'm shooting for Tuesday, Wednesday, the latest. So I would like to get the thing done. You know what I'm saying? Nice. And then, keep the train rolling. But so far, so good. So far, so good with Shadowkeep. I'm curious to see what happens next, man.
Yeah, so I guess final bits for me is I keep thinking of stuff as I go through. When it comes to Armor 2.0, we haven't actually talked about it that much.
Yeah.
Details-wise, like, what do you feel about potential there? Do you think there's enough? Do you like how the mods are going to get rolled out? Do you think it's going to be slow? Do you think like once you have all the mods, then you're just like kind of good? Like, what are your thoughts on just the Armor 2.0 piece? Just because honestly, I hadn't dove that deep. I've been in it so much, I haven't thought of everything.
I've been playing around now. So today was Armor 2.0 mess around day, and I've been getting a lot of it. I like it. I do like it's definitely structured in a way where they're trying to promote balance. Because clearly you got the 6 to the 7 range. There's some mods, like I got a lot of intellect mods. Those cost 5 out of the energy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, boom, if you put that there, then you can't get these other things. You can only get the 1 pieces here and there. I do like that certain things from the season track, allow a +1. You have to put those on just because you unlocked it in the season rank. You still have to unlock it and put it on in placement. I felt the price to add stuff on was cheap. One thing that felt weird but good at the same time was, again, I'm playing with my Redrix.
Oh, the artifact mods, you mean?
Yes, the artifact mods.
Season pass, sorry.
Correct. Just overall with mods, I know I'm talking weapon for a second, but just to flip a switch and be like, you know what? I don't like Rampage spec on this. I'm going to put this. It just felt weird. Like, you're so used to having to sacrifice and break that.
Oh, yeah. You're like, no, don't get rid of them.
And I'm like, I was even trying to say, do I have any more left? Let me just make sure. I put something weak on for, I was like, oh, it's still there. Okay, cool. So that was cool on weapons. But back to armor. It's early. My only concern, is I think they tried to elongate it by having the different elements, right? So you got to get this element to get this one, or that one to get that one. My only concern is when we get the majority of these, what is the play? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it just have everything? I'm more concerned of the long game. I think short term we're fine.
Yep.
I just want to see long term how this thing is. You know what I'm saying? But the biggest thing to me, transmog, man.
Oh yeah, dude, that's so easy too.
Hits me in the feels, brother. Oh,
I was playing with a buddy of mine, and I literally threw on the last Eververse set. It was the full Optimacy. I threw on some like new monarchy shader because it's just what I had. Threw the same one on my Sparrow, and I was like, "Look, I actually got Fashion Game." He's like, "First time in like 5 years. Good job." And I was like, "I've never cared because
I know you do that
I will
too.
always pick function over fashion." People are like, "Oh no," I'm like, "No, if I got like this one up here that's got like rocket launcher loader, and this one over here that's rocket launcher scavenger, and they don't look like I don't care. I haven't because it's. I was like, if the function is there, fashion is not my thing. It never has been. But if I can do it that easily, then yeah, now I'll toy around with stuff.
Well, welcome to the life, brother. This is what it feels like.
I know.
You got a style, baby. You got to look good at everything you do. And now you got the ability. You just press that. Because I was freaking out. I was like, "Where's the transmog? How do I?" Somebody was like, "Cog, would you just press down on your?" And I'm like, "Oh, sorry." I was like, "Oh, there it is." I was like, transmog.
Okay. Calm down.
Yeah. Oh, it felt so good, especially to turn ugly gear into something nice. Oh,
see, now you can have the Dreambane armor look like whatever you want, so you're fine.
Turned off that nastiness and put on some hot. Oh, it was good. It was good, man. It felt good. So transmog, I would like more options too. I want that to increase. I want more.
Yeah, I think some people on Twitter were just saying like, why isn't every legendary set that I've got just an ornament as well? Like, let me pick them all. Let me goof around with everything. Them all.
Let's get crazy. You know what I'm saying? I think they will. They had a lot to do this launch. This is where my theme is with Shadowkeep. You know, and we complained a little bit about, you know, the vendor refresh, and all this is rightful stuff. But in their defense, they've had a lot to accomplish in one launch. This is a different type of a launch. That's why I'm a little bit more forgiving to say, and I compare it with the Taken Kings and the Forsaken, because to me those are the high bar. You know, for me, but for everything that's encompassing in this expansion, the new light and players and cross save, and you know what I'm saying, all these systems and things, this was a lot, and on their own. On their own. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a lot. So to me, I think the foundation is great. I think 2.0 can have some legs. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see what else they do to add it. But it feels good. I just want more mods. I want my scavenger mods. Has anyone confirmed that the super number for you? Like, no, not that one. Not intellect. Remember the ones that used to be like pump
super
shotgun?
I know what you mean. They will be there. You just have to
I want to know. Yes. Has anyone confirmed seeing them?
I haven't looked, honestly.
Okay. That's what I want to know.
That's just one of those, like, yeah. I don't know if there's like a checklist you're going to work through, or if it's just like random on the mods, because mine have been all over the place, the ones I've seen at least. Yeah. So, and it truly does depend. You've got the Solar, the Arc, and the Void, so you're limited there. My thing that I've kind of wondered, because we had like tier 1 and tier 2, and they said previously, it was like, go back, if like you can get the Vex Offensive set from the season pass, and you'll get the ornaments, which is fine. But it was like, and there was that quote where it was like, go into the Vex Offensive and you can get better stats. I'm like, everything I'm seeing, I got one that was like 55 stats, and it felt like a god roll, because everything else is like basically 48 to 52. They all feel the same, and I'm just like, I want to know that like higher difficulty drops higher stats, and that's stuff we don't know yet, because we haven't seen Hero, we haven't seen Legend, we haven't seen those things. So I want to know that's my biggest thing about armor, because that's the other side of the grind. The mods are one thing. You're eventually going to have a set that's Void, a set that's Arc, and a set that's Solar. You'll have those, you'll have them. You can interchange for the guns that you need. But eventually, my big piece is like, I want to know that stat grind can improve, because if the cap is 60 on everything, that really shoots one of those pieces of the grind hard.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's one
I
that I
think you're
want to
good.
know. I
I
hope
think you're
so.
good. I'm
I haven't seen it
pretty
yet. So
confident. I'm pretty confident based on the little beats we've gotten. Again, just doing little missions and getting stuff in specific places. I think it's going to be one of those. To me, the vibe they've consistently been on is pinnacle activity, rewards, right? Give you the best rewards. I think it's going to be one of those cases that, when we do those grinds, that will give us, kind of what we need. So we'll see. We'll
yeah,
see though. But I hear where you're going. You got valid points.
yeah. So that's it. But I mean, overall, like this, yeah, the switching mods on armor is cheap. It's like 500. Switching weapon mods is 5,000 glimmer. Don't do that too often. That's a little more expensive.
Oh yeah. I only did it once. Yeah.
But yeah, but I mean, but still, it's just like in Glimmer, the 250 cap, just playing naturally got up there. I will say the pre-order Ghost, that's been paying off dividends with those chests and like XP and Glimmer on the Moon. I was like, perfect combo. I'm set. So
let's go.
That's been really good. Overall, like the finishers are great additions. I think the cost of the amount of super they cost is gonna be. I know they want you to make a decision. But if it was, what's the heavy one eventually? Is it half if you get out there on the mod, on the artifact? I mean, and for sharing,
I got the one that's 1/3 right now.
Yeah, it's a third, and that's just special bricks. I'm like, I'll go kill a random like red bar, and he'll drop 2 special bricks. I'm like, is my super worth that?
Yeah, it's a good question.
I'm like, and that's because special energy is like, yeah, you got like your normal snipers. You're not talking about whispers. You're not talking about Darcy. Like the heavy, I see having some weight. And it for the whole team being team breaking, I could see being. But I was like, like a quarter of your super for like 1 brick a heavy. Like that'd be nice just to control because I mean a quarter takes a little while. I don't know. Even if the heavy brick for you was a third, but it was like a third for the special. I think the weights on some of these, like it was a 10th.
Off.
Yeah, they're a little off. Like the 10th for primary ammo and reloading all your weapons is actually not bad.
That's not bad. I got that one.
The primary ammo and then the reload after a finish, that's actually solid. For a 10th, I'm like, that's not a big chunk. I think they're just weighted a little heavy right now. And I think that's just me, maybe, and it's just a balancing thing. They're like,
gotta err on a Sarah caution, man. You know how
I know. I'm just saying
break things.
Yeah, so they gotta keep it there. But overall, I think maybe that'll need to get tweaked a little bit.
Okay.
But I think, I mean, I like some of them. I've only got a couple so far. I got one. I forget what it was. I think it might have been a quarter or a fifth or some random number. You do a finisher and your grenade comes back. Yep. I got that one.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was like a fifth. I didn't know. It was just random. I mean, could have been anywhere from a Lost Sector to a Nightmare Hunt to a package. I don't know. But yeah, it was like you can go like then you're just like, hey, let me don't die. Hold on, let me finish you. Get my grenade, throw it out there, shoot this. So it's like you got a low health a lot of people, but you could burn that super and go throw like 3 or 4 grenades out, like if you want.
The finisher synergy. It adds a little new wrinkle to Destiny.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it. I got the one that you said with the primary ammo and the thing. I got that. I got
that one's just nice to use all the time. Just
with the reload and all that. That's smooth. I got what was the other one? Oh man, you named one before. I have that one. The other one that you what's the ones you have? I think I have like 2 of the
special ammo. I think I have a grenade one. Yeah. So I mean, those are good. The heavy is going to be on the artifact. Trying to think what else. There's one where if you do finishers, you can get glimmer from it. That one's on the that one's on the artifact. So if you do that one,
how are you doing on your artifact in general? Like, how's your specking? How are you feeling about? We haven't really talked about artifact. Like, how are you feeling about artifact specking and where that's at?
I mean, it's not bad. I just threw like a enhanced reload on there, and I was like, enhanced reload for hand cannon. Like hand cannons are slow as hell, by the way, with no reload perks at all. Like, because if you don't have outlaw or any perk, and you don't have reload speed, man. So I was like, I just threw an enhanced reload. I was like, this doesn't feel that much faster. I'm like, and then I played once with outlaw. I'm like, oh, it's the combination of both that's always like a beast. But I was like, yeah, the reload speed for being one is cheap. But they are definitely steering you to those weapons, so I'll see how the future artifacts play out.
Yeah, man.
But no, I think I don't know. Like I was stuck on like the first second. Yeah, I played on my Titan up to like level 5 or 6. I think I'd unlocked a few, but it's like I'm kind of getting to that point where I'm not sure what I want to spend on because the reset's only 10,000, so I don't know.
Yeah.
So I at some point just need to spend
I was
them.
about that. Yeah, I was gonna.
It's going to
I had
escalate as you
reset.
reset, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, it's going to get more expensive, so you don't want to do it a lot.
So when you reset, do you get those unlocks back, or you have to
Yeah.
earn them again to
No,
go
you don't
through?
have to earn them again. You just reset
Okay. Okay.
the
Mm-hmm.
placement of them. Now, you have
Mm-hmm.
a choice of that artifact isn't locked between character. Your mods that you unlock are different per character. So I went to my
Mm.
Warlock, my second character, my artifact is 0 of 8 unlocks done. My Titan, I've picked them all. So you can
Got
make a
you.
choice between the character, like, hey, if this one's better for a Void synergistic build, or this one's Arc over here, some of that, or you like you can mix those up a little bit, which is nice. You have the freedom, but overall, it's not bad. I mean,
Not bad.
I don't think it's game breaking. I haven't got to that final tier yet. I think I'm at like
Yeah,
8 or
same.
9, so I'm not at the final like game breaking moments. I'm waiting to see how those will do. But I think overall it's fun. The barrier and those things paired with the nightmares and the nightfalls, those are what worry me mostly. Is going to be where you have to have those things. I'm like, do you just get all 5 so you have options? And it's like I don't have my loadout yet. So I don't know which mods I want. I know Ariana's technically is a hand cannon with barrier, so I took the barrier that's auto and subs. So I have like flexibility. And then
That's what I did.
I did the unstoppable because it's the only one for hand cannons is the unstoppable one. Have you used that yet, by the way?
I have not.
So you literally you load it up, you ADS for a second, it gets this like kind of light sheen over the gun, and that bullet's now loaded with unstoppable, and then when you fire, instantly staggers the target.
Nice.
So even the unstoppable one is the whole point of it, but even if it's just like a knight's running at you, still stagger him. So the whole point is it will stagger an enemy. It's not just for those, but it is what you
I thought it was only for that. Yeah. Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, but that's I think that might be the only one that works that way because I don't know if you can disrupt the other ones with like the overload the way you can the Minotaur. I don't know if you can disrupt another type. So I haven't tested all that stuff, but I have like the top, the middle, and the bottom for that column. And then the middle one's all your reloads, and then I hadn't gotten to the kind of the one start getting a little more kind of game changers where if you disrupt something, you get a benefit from it, or if a teammate does, those start getting to more of the disrupts and overloads, and then the last one's like your crazy finishers. So those are big.
Got you. Fair enough, man. Yeah, I've been liking it. I've been, it's been cool. I've been still messing around with Armor 2.0. I haven't even messed around with the resist stuff yet. Have you messed around with the major resist, death resist?
Oh, I mean, I throw those on like just all the time. So
okay.
I mean, those are your generic mods for like rifle reloader and stuff like that. I've got enough glimmer and shards that I can take most armor up to about 5 energy and just to toy around.
So you're leaving them right about 5.
Yeah, I'm not spending anything above 5.
I feel you.
Of course not. Not until like Saturday, until you're like, okay, how much can I pack in here? But yeah, that's kind of where you gotta decide.
That's where the enhancement cores are. Those where they suck you out, right there.
Oh yeah,
so they're asking like two per a whop and all.
Well, you go 2, but then you're talking about the prisms, dude. The people the prisms cost 10 cores, and then the shards cost 10 prisms. That is insane.
That's insane. You know what we didn't even talk about, and I forgot all about this. How do you feel, real quick? I know we're going long point.
Yeah.
How do you feel about upgrade module? We didn't talk about that.
No, we didn't. So I've got what I probably have like 15 or 18 now from the levels I've gone through. They are a cheaper purchase than previous infusions. So they brought the cost down a little bit. You still have the planetary materials, shards, and glimmer. But overall, the infusion, because sometimes it was like 2 or whatever, it's literally like 1 core, I think.
Just 1.
So, I mean, they've improved that some. And it just kind of unifies it. It is like 1 more currency that you have to have, which is like, come on.
Right, I know.
But they did cheapen infusion a little bit. They give you those on the free path. So those are nice. Overall, I'm kind of okay. It just... I guess the Banshee will probably go through a rotation of like, hey, maybe it's this material. He's going to go through those. But when you look at something, you're just like, hey, I want to upgrade it. It's a module. Like it simplifies your inventory. But when when it comes to buying those, we'll see. I don't know. The only places I see those are buying them from Banshee for the currency or the season pass.
The season pass and his where you can get them. His weekly
weekly
bounty reward. If you look at the rewards, you'll see
in there too.
Yeah, it's part of that.
Gotcha.
So those seem to be the sources that I've seen. You know what I'm
saying? You're gonna have to be a little stingy on the infusion for a little while. Unless you just want to blow through all the materials. But overall I think it's think it's a reasonable step in a better direction. I mean, there's still going to be, for new people, they're going to be like, hey, this thing's, down here, like 780. It was a cool roll. I'll see you later. Like, you'll be doing that for a little while, but and then the raid race people, they've been farming everything. They don't care. They're just going to blow everything for the raid race, and then they'll stock it back up. But for the average person, it's a little cheaper, and I think it simplifies the inventory. But when you get them, hopefully people kind of put those two together. So
yeah, absolutely. I think you nailed it, man. I think that's literally how I feel about it. I like that it's simplified. I like that it's streamlined. I didn't feel the cost was too excessive. I like that he had an option when I went there. He was like, "Oh, you don't have ethereal spirals? You can use your data lice that you 1,000 up. Great. Let me use that with the core. I mean, with the enhancement.
Did you say data lice?
What, a data lettuce? I don't know.
No.
Man. I call it data lice.
I heard somebody say data lettuce. I was like, that's actually the best one. Data lettuce.
How is it pronounced? You tell us.
It was data lattice is what it is.
Lattice. Okay.
Yeah, so lattice like a framework. But no, you just said lice. I'm like, are we talking about head bugs? Like, getting itchy up here now? You're freaking me out. No, I'm just kidding.
Itchy vex, man. That's what I got. Overall, enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow, man.
Yeah, so like next week's going to open up some things. We'll start to see the hero nightmare hunts next week on Tuesday. We've got the Vex offensive, which will be a whole different discussion next week. Potentially as long as it should be. Heads up to all you guys. Next week should be an evening podcast.
Yes.
Because we are going to have Scarrow back on. So the man of the last word started this thing, and we took the reins nicely. But he is going to be coming back as a guest. He has been out there crushing it, by the way. I don't know if you've seen him on Twitter. Like, his light level's up there. He's, like, jumping in the raid. I know he's been playing with Pyro a lot. Dude, he's got, like, a new raid buddy. So, like, they're, like, he's killing it. So.
Now,
Oh, yeah. So, nope, I will be curious to see, because he's going to have a lot of stuff to talk about, because he is, like, neck deep in the grind. He's hardcore at it. So, no, that will be a fun one next week. That'll be an evening, so stay tuned on Twitter or, YouTube, all those places for timing. We'll kind of nail that one down as we get. It'll be like a Friday evening type thing. But other than that, yeah, I'm in the same place. I've I enjoyed it so far. I've had a really good time. There's more things that I want to see, and I think they had a lot on their plate and they delivered what they could. I just don't think they delivered everything that everybody wanted.
I agree.
So yeah, there's always things I wish they could have added. I always, there's things that could be more. There could be more. Perks on weapons. There could be more vendor refreshes. There could be more this, that, and the other. But overall, I think they've launched what they're excited with is a great place to head into the future.
Definitely. Definitely, man. I'm with you, bro. My thoughts exactly, and I cannot wait, like I said, not only tomorrow, to the progression of this DLC, and then I can kind of formulate a better picture of overall. But everything you said thus far is, in my opinion, very accurate about the state of Shadowkeep right now.
Nice. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I know we did kind of our outros, or at least I did mine. What do you got for yours? Anything else?
Yeah, man.
I might be making a guest appearance this weekend.
Yeah, you done spoiled it. Damn it.
I didn't say everything, but you can go ahead.
Oh, this was... All right, Abontis 6'9". Just anyway, yeah, man, you already know. Like I said, at Lord Cognito on Twitter for those who do not know. And yeah, man, Iron Lord podcast every Sunday. We're on football season time, so 11 a.m. Eastern. We will have special guest, Mr. Bad Bit from the PlayStation Trophy Cast. So we're gonna have some good Sony representation in the building. We will be talking. He's also a Destiny fan. So it will be nice. I warned him. I was like, this is going to be a lot of Destiny on this ILP, because if those that don't know, Iron Lord Podcast, with the name should give it away, is definitely founded as a Destiny-only cast initially, but then we moved it to multi-plat. And then making his potential return.
All bearing schedule works out.
If the schedule works out, the last words on Cheetah will be in the building, hopefully. So hopefully we can get E in there. I got something nice cooked up for him, so it'll be cool. You know, Lord Cognito loves his intro. So yeah, man, we'll see how it goes. If his schedule allows, we'll definitely welcome him. We got more keep. And at that point, we can have a different perspective because the raid will be most likely completed. Hopefully by that point, it'll be almost a full 24 hours at that point. So we would assume there will
Hopefully
be a
it's
winning
not
team.
2402 again. So
I know. Oh man, situation, that was crazy. We don't need one of that. So hopefully someone does it, with the contest rules in and stuff like that. But yeah, it would be good if Ebontis' schedule allows. I know he's been killing it. His eyes are tired, but we shall see if he comes back to the realms of the Lord. That's all I got, man. But chat was lit today.
That's about it, guys. I think we said it earlier. You guys can find me everywhere, whether it's streaming here, on YouTube, on Twitter. Still got the giveaway going, and just more content will be coming from me. So just guides and tips and pointers and helpful things for new players and all that type of stuff. So lots more stuff that I can pretty much always be recording. So it's between playing and recording. So if you find me online, I've been editing videos online too, just for entertainment value, because I'm like, I haven't wrapped that one up last night. I was like, well, I'll hang out with you guys while I do this last piece. So yeah, last night was late, so we got this. I honestly don't know, for one, if Zur is going to be, I hope he's on like Mercury or Mars or the Dreaming City. Please tell me he can go everywhere.
Zur's in the Shadowkeep.
That's fine. If he's in the shadow, but I want him to be able to, because now literally everybody can land on every planet.
Yeah.
So Zur can now be on every. There's no DLC distinctions.
Oh yeah. So what you hope you would like him in City or something? What would you like?
Well, I mean, of course, the moon would be a good place to start to kick it off. But I mean, I want to see I want to see him on the Dreaming City. I want to see him on. Yeah, I want to find those spots, because finally, actually, might have put Zur on the moon. Yeah. So I mean, I'm hoping he's not just like, oh, he's on EDZ again. Like, I want him to be everywhere.
Yeah, I feel.
I don't know if he's going to have anything new, so that'll be in an hour and 11 minutes. So
that's right.
Things will be a little delayed today, just because this is a big boy podcast. Other than that, yeah, it's like Zur's coming, so we'll see if he has any tweaks for the weekend, if he has any helpful tidbits, and then the raid's tomorrow. So you guys can watch some
Garden of Salvation.
Garden of Salvation. I'm going to at least jump in at noon. I'm going to see what this thing's all about, so I'll be right here streaming. Are you gonna? You got yours?
Yeah, man. I will be on Xbox with Lord Addict. Hopefully, Lord Sinister, Death Singer. Shout out to him, and maybe Nautical. He might join us. Remember again? Yeah, he might join us. So we got a decent team. Look, Alex, he's in his world first, man. I'm like, look, good
luck, dude.
We'll do the best we can. Like,
you guys haven't been practicing playing together. You know, you aren't like a well-oiled machine. That's I'm sorry.
I understand how these things go. And listen, I never want to crush anyone's dream. And I would I told him,
I'm just a realist. Yeah, that's all.
I'm a realist. I know how this thing is. The sweat will be there, and I still got light level to work on. And to be honest, my thing is just coming in there with the right build. And I think I have a good build. But again, it's communication, it's strategy. We don't know what we're going to face. We don't know. That's where things get crazy and things break down sometimes, but I will be trying my best. It's Blackwing Xbox is where it's at. Yeah, I will be on Xbox. You already know. You can follow me, same as my name, Lord Cognito, everywhere. I'm Lord Space Cognito on Xbox. I'm on on Steam, of course. And shout out, tested PlayStation. New light was flawless. It was great, man. Nice. I brought my Guardian right over there, and it promptly told me you don't have Forsaken over here, and you can only do X, Y, and Z. But luckily, I already have my club classes. That's not locked out. You can still play with that because I already have them.
Oh, because you have them somewhere else. Gotcha.
Yeah, that was that.
But you don't have the Forsaken license, so you can't go like raid on PS4.
Yeah, New Light promptly told me you don't own Shadowkeep. You can pull up on the moon. You can land. You can land in the area of Forsaken. But until you make those purchases on this platform, sir, you will be a spectator.
Basically.
Yeah, man. So that's all I got.
Yeah. So. It's been an awesome one, guys. I'm going to send you guys over to KUJ, awesome PvP guy, and shout out to the Jayhawks out there, because I'm one of those. So say hey to him for us over there for the raid of Twitch. But thank you, guys. It's been awesome this morning for episode 76. It has been the post-Shadowkeep launch episode. It is October 4th, and for Ebontis and Lord Cognito, it has been the last word.